The Genie System, thank you so much for the follow, by the way. We got in there just in time for you to get a little bit of your emote explosion. Welcome to the Hana Cult.
Hi, Jeannie.
Oh yes, again, thank you for following, and hi everyone, hello.
Hello.
Pan is here, hello, and thank you for the hydrate as well.
Oh, I'll hydrate as well. Let me open my soda.
Hydration is key. Yes, welcome everybody to the first of of potentially many sorry. My brain no worky.
No problem. Soda hydration is cheating? It is not. It's liquid.
Yeah, it's a liquid in the body. We're fine.
It's water-based.
Yeah. But so this is a thing that I talked about starting a little bit, gosh, like back in like October, really, where I want to have other VTubers come on and talk about things, particularly like media things that they really, really enjoy, or they have like a lot of thoughts and opinions and like knowledge on. So the first and hopefully many of a series today is Corvid. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi. Oh boy. I knew this would be part of it, but for some reason I didn't think of what to say.
Okay.
Hi. I'm Calypso Corvidae. You can call me Corvid. Not COVID, it's Corvid with an R. I get that a lot. My mom says I should change it, and I'm not gonna change it, but I am a crow VTuber, and I have Tourette syndrome. So, just like many real-life birds, I make a lot of strange noises, and I mimic things that I hear. So you'll hear me pew 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 pew. You'll hear me make some sounds throughout the stream, but I am okay. I am. That is just how my brain goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no worries. I actually didn't know. Are you a crow because of that exact same reason, or did you choose the crow persona and then were like, oh wait, this ties in really well?
It was a really cool coincidence. My before I even really developed a noticeable level of tics,
I'm a guy. Thank you, whoever.
My friend had started calling me Corvid, because they're very intelligent birds, but they're like just intelligent enough to be annoying. And they eat a lot of garbage and they make a lot of loud noises.
Have you ever, well, I'm sure you've heard when like crows or ravens, like when they get the ability to talk, like their voices are always like so deep and ominous.
Yes, it's so cool.
I showed my mom and my half-sister once, and my half-sister's like human equivalent of like 7. So like when this deep voice came out of this bird, she was like, birds don't sound like that. This bird does, it's fine.
There's this one video where the bird is talking and it goes like, hello, and the girl just goes, good bird! That's my favorite video.
Oh, also, J-Ryan, sorry, I didn't see your message. Thank you for popping in chat. It's nice to speak to you.
Hi, J-Ryan!
So...
My friends are here!
Yeah, thank you guys so much for swinging over here. Also, Corvid's almost unhealthy obsession with bread. I think a lot of people have an obsession with bread, though. Bread is great.
Bread is fantastic.
No, it's always never a bad time for bread. All kinds of bread are good bread.
Bread and cheese. I talk about bread and cheese a lot.
Yes. Ooh, Star Wars take. If Qui-Gon Jinn stayed alive, then Anakin would have never fallen to the dark side, since Qui-Gon is his father figure. He was missing in his life and was able to balance the Force without becoming Vader. I think that that's very, very true. And also the fact that Obi-Wan wasn't super, like, prepared to be a mentor figure, and his style of mentoring is very much through just pointing out the negatives so you know what to improve, but never giving positive reinforcement. So that probably didn't help. Oh, but that reminds me to ask my actual question of the day. What is your favorite Star Wars movie / character? I think mine It's probably episode 5. I know it's generic to say.
It's a good one.
It is. It's really good. And then if I had to pick a character, even though not from episode 5, Darth Maul, honestly.
Oh my god.
I've always loved the design of
The
Darth
design of Darth Maul is so incredible.
And
this is why you have to watch Clone Wars, because they bring back Darth Maul, but they manage to do it in a way that is so incredibly well written and actually makes sense.
That's so
And
good.
he's so good in the Clone Wars series.
That's awesome, because they give him like a robotic lower half, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's honestly, they couldn't do it really any other way, I don't think. But I'm glad it works out. Favorite?
It's so cool. The Darth Maul arc is so cool. Sorry, I'm interrupting you. There's like a lag.
No, sorry. No worries. No, I just saw that Jeannie and Maggie in the chat said their favorite is episode 1.
Oh, that is an unpopular opinion. I respect that.
Opinion.
I respect that.
You don't have to answer this, Maggie, but do you have like a particular reason why that's your favorite? Because usually when I hear people say that they like episode 1, they just really like the pod races, right?
Oh, the pod race
Which
is
is
pretty
valid. Also, Watto is the best character in episode 1, so you are also valid there. Outside of Darth Maul, obviously, but I love Watto's like design and his voice. Except that, you know, he did. Didn't he own Anakin? Yeah, he owned Anakin.
He did own Anakin. He was in fact a slave owner.
Suri says, can't name a favorite off the top of my head, but I will name my nemesis C-3PO. Why is C-3PO your nemesis? I think after Maul, probably C-3PO is my favorite.
I can see both sides.
Mainly because both the pod races and Padme having some actual level of relevance.
God, I love Padme.
She's so
And her
good.
character design in the first movie is so good.
Yes, they took her down. Like,
They
in
did.
1, 2, and 3, because they're weak. They're cowards.
They're afraid of her.
Yeah. I just like Watto's design. You are so valid.
Yes.
But yeah, I have some friends that have done Padme cosplays.
Oh
and,
my
like,
goodness.
They are gorgeous, but like, one of them did like her, I guess, like the senator outfit, like her most famous one where it's like the big like bar on top of her head and like the kind of geisha inspired-ish looking makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said that wig is like the heaviest wig she's ever had to make. Because it's like so
Oh my
top
goodness.
heavy.
I can imagine.
See, Ryan, favorite Star Wars character, counting games, non-canon legends, would be Starkiller. In the movie series, would have to be Obi-Goat Kenobi. Or Luke. Counting Old Republic, then Darth Revan. Fun fact with Revan, I took a class last year where I did a lot of work with VR and filming in 360 degrees and stuff, and the VR headset that I got loaned out to me a lot of time was Revan. They all had names. All of the cameras are named after Batman villains. All of our VR headsets were named after Sith Lords.
Okay, that is so badass.
It was really great. Like, I would get, like, Scarecrow as, like, my camera, and I would get Revan.
Woo! That is so cool.
Pun says, man, Star Wars names really do sound like Gulp Shitto. Have you seen the Gulp Shitto meme?
I have seen the Gulp Shitto meme. That's a great one.
It's you have a Darth...
I made up a fake Star Wars name the other day. I wish I could remember what it was, because it was really good.
Exceed, hi, how are you? Talking Star Wars today, so I'm asking what their favorite movie and character are.
Oh, Ventress. Ventress is amazing.
Oh, I don't know. So my knowledge is almost entirely restricted to episodes like 1 through 6, and I have seen 7 and 8. I did not watch Rise of Skywalker.
Neither did I.
Fave is episode 3. Oh, hey!
My favorite movie is also episode 3.
Yes, yeah. When we were getting ready, Corvid said that she was ready for some negative feedback on having episode 3.
Yes.
I just feel like we would not get along. I mean, honestly, I do
There's
think
nothing
you're
wrong
right.
with him. The vibes are just rancid.
Oh, is Corvid's volume okay, by the way? Does she need to be louder, quieter? Does the Christmas special count as a movie? In, like, the broadest definition of the term, yes.
Technically, that is a movie.
It is indeed a movie. It is on film.
Oh, I'm a little loud.
Okay, I gotcha. Alright, okay, I turned it down just a little bit.
Okay. Sorry.
No, I do. No, Ryan, you're absolutely right. The new trilogy, absolute garbo. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that J.J. Abrams has like been on record saying, yeah, we maybe should have planned those movies.
Yeah. Oh my
making
god.
those
That just
movies.
makes me want to slam my head into the desk.
Right? Yeah. I already have beef with J.J. Abrams to begin with. And his dumb mystery box nonsense. But, like, the fact that Disney was like, we'll just go, and we'll see what happens. And then Rian Johnson did his whatever the hell he did with Last Jedi, and then Disney was like, never mind, actually.
Okay, I have a hot take.
Oh, go ahead.
I actually really like The Lost Jedi. That is the one sequel movie that I like, is The Last Jedi. That's the second one, right? Like the 8th movie?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I thought that one was actually surprisingly well written.
Mhm.
It just wasn't really what it should have been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Mandalorian is also a very, very good thing to bring in. I haven't watched it. But
Me neither.
I want to. I've been seeing there's like the Book of Boba Fett thing that just came out, and there's the like I keep seeing him on Tumblr. He's slowly approaching Tumblr sexy man, I think, which is terrifying. But it's like the assassin dude that's like blue, and he has red eyes.
Oh.
I'm forgetting what his name is. His design is amazing. His animation's amazing. Like.
Is it like the cowboy themed one?
Yes.
Oh my god, what is his name?
Cowboy.
His name is... For some reason, the only name I can think of is Gulp Shitto.
I'm Googling, it's okay.
Cad Bane!
Yes. Yeah, I've seen a couple of scenes of his, and he seems really cool, and I want to watch The Mandalorian in general, just because they filmed it in a super cool way. Have you seen how they filmed Mandalorian?
I know it was made partially in Unreal Engine, but
Yes.
I don't know much else.
Yeah, so how they did it is they had these big LED screens that were like 180 degrees on a soundstage, and they had the backgrounds on those LED screens, and they were being run through Unreal. So like if they needed to maybe change the set for like a certain shot or something, they could just like move things around really, really quickly and like change the lighting and everything. It made like their ability to do visual effects like 400 times easier because you could see like all of the background, so they just had to kind of stretch it out a little bit, and like then you have like realistic shadows and stuff like that. I hope more TV shows do that, because it'll save them a lot of money, and it looks good. It looks really good.
Yeah, I've seen the first couple episodes of The Mandalorian, and I was really impressed with how good this looked.
Yeah, I just have not. I don't want to get Disney Plus. Is like my only hang up. I just don't want to get it. Papa Hanaki has given me the login for his, but I just keep forgetting to
Yeah, I'm a leech.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I use Mama Hanaki's Netflix, and I'm just gonna use Papa Hanaki's Disney Plus. It's fine. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I'm catching up on chat here. Pon says, I remember watching the first one of those, the most recent trilogy, and being, I hope she's not actually Luke's daughter. I hope she's just a rando, and the Force just spontaneously showing up in people like it was originally meant to be. And then slowly as time went on, being like, please just make her his child and save me from this train wreck. Let's see. Our knowledge is 1 to 7 Rogue One. Oh, I've seen Rogue One, yes. Clone
Rogue
Wars
One is
movie.
really good.
It is. I expected not to like it just because I was like, well, we know what happens here.
My gripe with Rogue One is not that it is a bad movie. It is that it does not have the characteristic goofiness that I expect from Star Wars.
Yeah, it's a little more
like,
serious.
It's too good of a movie.
You know what? Honestly, I can see that perspective for sure. Like, if you're looking for a little bit of like sci-fi that doesn't take itself like super seriously, Rogue One ain't it. We did not watch episode 8. Totally understandable.
It's the best of the sequels. It is not great.
Yeah, I do like thinking back on it. I do think I like Last Jedi more than Force Awakens because Force Awakens they just kind of played it really safe.
Yeah.
I didn't try anything, but I do think that Rian Johnson went off the rails. Just goodbye.
Yeah. I will say. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I will say there is a cyclical theme in The Last Jedi that I really appreciate, where a lot of the jokes come full circle, and a lot of the themes come full circle, and it's really just the entire movie is about reconnecting to the Force and to what it was originally meant to be. It just didn't do that with Star Wars.
Yeah. No, I could totally see that. I do think that Rian Johnson is a very good filmmaker, and he's really good. Like, themes are his whole bag, because he did Looper with Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He also did Knives Out, which, like...
I haven't seen that one.
Knives Out is amazing.
I've been meaning to.
Yeah, if you like Clue and like murder mysteries,
I've got
10 out of 10. And one thing, like, I went into Knives Out hearing that like you figure out who the murderer is very early into the film, and I was like, okay, how's this gonna work? And like most of the movie is seeing like how if the murderer is going to get away with it, which I think is a super interesting way to tell a murder mystery. Like it's not as much the mystery as it is like the chain of events that like what maybe happened, what maybe didn't happen. I think he took a lot of his things that he did in Last Jedi, where he was like really trying to subvert like expectations of Star Wars fans, and then he just like brought that over into like the murder mystery film genre and did a lot better. Like he was a lot more consistent. Honestly, didn't think much of Chris Evans as an actor until that movie. Yeah, absolutely. Chris Evans is Ransom. That's his character's name, and he's an absolute asshole.
That's badass.
He's so funny. I think he says fuck you to Toni Collette of all people. And also to like a child. Great. Second, I'm peeking. Let me turn that down a little bit. Okay. But yes, so we've been talking for a little bit, but we actually haven't gotten into like a whole lot with Star Wars.
Yeah,
Sorry.
sorry.
No, that's kind of how I expected this to be, is just kind of riffing about certain things. Just like basically like podcast-ish format. Oh, yeah, oh, sorry, I saw that you said that earlier, Ryan, that Lego Star Wars movie is better than the sequel. I have not seen the Lego Star Wars movies. I do know that the Lego Star Wars, I believe, video games are apparently really good. Apparently Lego just makes good video games, though, which is surprising.
I have not played the Lego Star Wars video games or seen the Lego Star Wars movies. But I've heard great things about the video games as well.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, too. Honestly... Oh, wait, no. Wait, no. I'm confusing the Lego Star Wars movie and the Lego Batman movie in my brain for a second. Those are two different things. Oh, no, Meggie, that terrifies me. Because I know there's only one thing in my redeems that is 3,000 points. Pawn? No. It's fine. Okay. But so let's go ahead. We'll try and stick more like specifically to. What's so funny, Meggie, is I have done the an Eddie song to the Pillar Man song. I did it forever ago, but I'm more than welcome to do it again. Should play a Lego Star Wars game together. I'd be down, honestly.
That would be so fun.
Yeah. But yeah, so you said you had stuff written down. I also have just like a couple of just general questions. So just kind of.
I have.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I keep interrupting you. I feel so bad.
Oh, it's okay. I think that's just gonna kind of happen regardless, so it's okay.
I have talking points based on the first two trilogies. I don't have any talking points for the sequels because I didn't feel like it.
No, it's fine.
And then I have some for Clone Wars and for Star Wars: The Bad Batch.
Okay. Well, I don't think I know the Bad Batch. Googling.
It is my personal favorite Star Wars media to ever be created. And that is a little bit controversial because it is a children's TV show.
Oh wow, yeah, this is really new. Came out May 2021.
Yeah, it's brand new. It is so good. And it has a lot of meaning to me as a disabled person, which is something we can get into later or right now. Totally up to you.
Yeah, what about it like resonates with that kind of thing with you?
Okay, so the Bad Batch, the premise is they're a group of defective clones, quote unquote defective clones, who were engineered to be like very, very specialized in certain things. There's Wrecker, who is like very big and strong. There's Tech, who is very intelligent, but struggles with like emotional and social interactions. There's Hunter, who has enhanced sensory abilities. There's Echo, who was captured by the Separatists and now has a mostly robotic body. And there's Crosshair, who has enhanced aiming abilities and sight. And these 5 clones are they're classified as defective clones because they're not your standard clone, but they are so incredibly able and powerful because they think differently than your average clone.
Okay. So are they not clones of... They're all clones in episode 2 are clones of Jango Fett? Is that right? Am I
Yes, they are clones of Jango Fett. They are just modified clones of Jango Fett.
Okay. And so are the ones in the Bad Batch, are they Jango clones or are they a different thing?
They are modified clones of Jango Fett.
Okay. Cool. That's interesting.
And it's about... Sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, it's interesting for a kid's show, too, to have, like, this kind of theming.
And
thank you. Sorry.
We're going to talk about Omega? We are going to talk about Omega. And it's about... it starts off as it's about these 5 clones. And, their interactions with a society that wasn't built for them. Their interactions with what they call the regs, the regular clones. And their daily life as defective clones. And what their experience is in the Republic. And then the Republic gives way to the Empire.
Oh, wow. That's interesting that they're going, like, into that transition time.
So they're thrust into a period of instability in the galaxy. And, FBI, open up. Sorry. And they're experiencing new and different things, and they have a child in their care, who is also a modified clone. and her name is Omega. And she fixes so many of the problems that Ahsoka had in Clone Wars with the writing of children.
Mm-hmm.
Where she is still childish and she still makes mistakes, but she's not stupid.
Yeah, that's a hard balance to strike, I think.
And they do a really good job with Omega. And so they're learning to care for a child, and they're learning to care for themselves in a galaxy that does not care for them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing that by learning to embrace their own abilities and their own differences, and working together as a team, embracing those things.
That's so cool.
And it's such a strong allegory for neurodivergence,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
Absolutely. I can see it, and I haven't even watched the show.
Yeah. And I am obviously neurodivergent, and I can be considered disabled. I consider myself disabled.
Mm-hmm.
And I struggle with that. It is, well, pew pew, pew 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 pew. It is like a normal thing for me to struggle with that, and I have something called tic attacks,
Mm-hmm.
where I get periods of really intense and frequent tics.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit like a panic attack mixed with a seizure.
Mm-hmm.
It's not super fun.
I can imagine. Wow.
And afterwards, it's kind of embarrassing too. And afterwards, I was calming down from one of these periods, and I was having the usual thoughts where it's like, why am I like this? Why couldn't I just be normal?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like I was 7 years old again, because I had just watched The Bad Batch earlier that day. And it was like I was 7 years old and had seen myself on TV for the first time. Because for once in my life, I had someone to compare myself to and say, hey, The Bad Batch wouldn't want me to think like that.
Oh, that's so great. No, it's wonderful. Like that's why I like talking about like media and stuff, and why I think it's so interesting is because like it resonates with people in different ways, and it's always so great when you can find something that like genuinely helps you.
Yeah. It was like I saw myself on TV for the first time.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. I will definitely have to check this out somewhere. I'll figure out where I can watch it.
It's so good. It works better if you've seen at least some of Clone Wars, but you can probably find a guide online about which episodes you need to watch.
Probably. I would assume at this point. Star Wars fans, they get on it fast.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for the resub, Jess. Who shot first? Han. But hi, Jess. I'm actually asking people what their favorite movie/character in Star Wars is. Also, to be frank,
Sam Riegel is in The Bad Batch? Seriously?
Yeah, I was actually just about to circle back to that because, like, I also would be sold on Sam Riegel being in it. And if you like Sam Riegel for the same reasons I like Sam Riegel, Dooku, I'm not surprised, Jess. It looks like Liam O'Brien is also in The Bad Batch. He plays
what?
He plays Bolo. An
Bolo.
Ithorian regular at Sid's Parlor is what Wikipedia says.
Oh, I think I know who that is.
I'm Googling so I can describe to you what this character looks like. Oh! He's the alien that kind of looks like a worm and a hammerhead shark.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
And actually, I'm seeing, so the like, kind of more, like lizardish looking person, whose name is Ketch, that's Sam Riegel.
Oh my god!
So Liam and Sam are, from what I'm seeing here, they look like they're buddies.
They are buddies. I had no idea. Oh my god, my boyfriend is going to love that.
Yeah, that's great. Someone saw an opportunity and they took it. Let's see. Jess asks, have you heard of the Expounded Universe? They're a podcast that pokes fun at some of the sillier Expanded Universe novels.
I have not. I'm going to take a picture of the chat real fast so I can check that out later. That's what I always do. I take pictures of the chat.
Mm-hmm. But no, Maggie, I really do need to. And I was saying that, like, C-3PO is probably my second favorite character. Cerise was saying that C-3PO is his nemesis, which is very funny. Leia also is such a great character, bless her.
She is.
We love Carrie Fisher.
We do.
Mm-hmm. But no, that's I didn't expect to learn about a Star Wars series that I'd never heard of before. Like I genuinely had no idea that this came out, but it looks super good.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, this is a Zizzer. Is that how you say that right? Z-I-X-I-Z.
I don't know this character. I'm going to Google him real fast.
We're Googling.
I'm bad at names.
Oh yeah, well, and like Pun said, all Star Wars names really do sound like Gulp Shitto.
Yeah.
So like they're really easy to confuse. I'm bad with names to begin with. Shizor. Ah, okay, I gotcha. Okay.
Is Shizor canon?
Yeah, and looks like I'm
It
not
looks like
kidding. He's a gross lizard man, and I hate him.
Valid.
Let's see. He's a prince, leader of the powerful criminal organization Black Sun during the Galactic Civil War. That's not the best.
Yeah. Organized crime is unpog.
Oh, this is an interesting statement. Following the Battle of Hoth, he was considered to be one of the most influential beings in the galaxy, on par with Emperor Palpatine.
Holy shit!
Yeah, due to his exceptional wealth and influence via criminal activity.
That's cool.
Mob boss.
My boss.
And it's the rolling droid from 2 and 3. The droid. Oh yeah, like the little ones that like rolled and then like they pop out and they got guns.
And they have like shields.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was like Burger King. Yeah, I think Burger King had like little toys of those where they like popped out.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Let's see, toy. I'm just searching like toy. Oh, they have Lego versions of it too, but that does not surprise me.
Oh yeah.
I feel like there's a Lego thing for everything Star Wars at this point. They're good friends.
they're best buddies.
Yeah. So to kind of circle through, both Star Wars take Han did not shoot first. I mean, I guess not anymore. George Lucas said no.
Seriously, he did?
Yeah. Cause you know how George Lucas likes to go through and re-edit things.
Oh yeah.
He went through and re-edited it so Greedo pulls out a gun and then Han shoots him. But that's only in like the remastered versions. In the original one, he did shoot first. And then just like way back, they like way later, they like composited in just like an arm with a gun. just because like they didn't want Han to look just like a cold-blooded murderer who would just shoot a man in a bar. But I expect that from him. I don't know who was like, this makes him an unlikable character. I'm like,
he's supposed to be kind of morally gray.
Yeah, exactly. And just asks, are you mad at them for re-editing footage and kind of dumping the original films when they did the remasters? I'll say in some ways.
I get why they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it comes to Anakin's Force Ghost at the end.
Yes. I feel like that was good to add in because before it was just some dude.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't translate. And I do think that like going through and improving your own work as technology advances isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I think it should mostly be reserved for improving the visuals of your things, not changing the content. Because like even changing small things is a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like them, I think it was like I think it was episode 4. They might actually have even gone back into the prequels and like edited some of the background things to make the crowds look a little more like diverse and dynamic. And I'm like, that's good. Like, yes, do that.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. Let's see. If the man who's in charge of the lore and all that stuff means that's canon that he didn't shoot. It genuinely is still.
It is out of George Lucas's hands now. Mm-hmm. It has grown way beyond something he can control.
Mm-hmm. Which it definitely grew beyond something he could control like a long time ago, but he just
Yeah.
wouldn't let go of it. And like Disney had to like retch it from his from his hands.
Yeah.
But I do think it's good for a creator of their work, especially when it gets like as big as Star Wars, to be able to step back and let other people put in their interpretations of it. Like
Yeah.
I feel like when you become, you know, as like a part of the cultural zeitgeist as Star Wars, right? Like
Yeah.
you can't control that anymore. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's absolutely gone. But yeah, I don't. It just kind of sucks that it went to the people that it did, though.
Yeah.
Because it definitely feels just that like Disney doesn't have a whole lot of care for the franchise and the fans.
Yeah, you know, it's only one of the biggest franchises in the history of the world. You know, you can just wing it.
Yeah. Well, and like hypothetically, they weren't wrong. They made so much money.
They made so much money.
Yeah, they basically just went like, we could just shit out whatever we want and we'll still be the opening movie, we'll be like the top grossing movie for like 2 months, basically. Even
Bang,
if we don't
bang,
even
bang,
think
bang,
about
bang,
it.
bang, bang, bang. Yeah.
And merchandising, yeah. I've had to write actual papers about how Star Wars changed the world of merchandising and marketing for films, because I don't think Star Wars would really be what it is if George Lucas didn't go, okay, now let's make toys of fucking everything. Everything's
General Grievous was designed to sell toys.
Absolutely! Man, I love his design. I think that his fight with Obi-Wan is so fun. But
It's so
no,
good.
that's a man. That's a creature that was made to sell toys.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like you can just picture like the little lever on the back that makes him twirl his lightsabers and everything.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, what do you think about Spaceballs? I like Spaceballs.
I think Spaceballs is fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's really fun. Mel Brooks is really good at parody, though. He understands the genre, which is important. You have to understand what you're parodying before you can parody it.
Yeah.
I also, Maggie, did not know that there's a dude with lightsabers surgically implanted into his body? Where? Hands? Does he have like little nubs that have lightsabers?
How does he do anything?
Yeah. Or like, how does he fight? How does it work? I'm trying to think about the logistics of it.
In his feet. He walks on them like stilts.
Okay, but then you could have like I forget what the correct pronunciation of this is, but there's like capoeira, the type of fighting that's done with a lot of kicking. So you could just have a capoeira master with lightsabers in their feet. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, you disappeared and you're back.
Oh,
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, no,
I
you're okay.
wasn't on board, but I am now.
Yeah. There would have to be a safety switch. I would hope so. I would really hope so. Look up Irek Ismarin. All right, will do. Yeah, let's see what this person looks like. I'll see if I can toss a... Oh my gosh! I thought there were just gonna be 1 or 2 lightsabers. There are like 6.
Oh my goodness.
There are like 8. One sec, I'll save this image. I'll pop it up on stream so people can see what we're talking about. He looks cool. I think the design is neat.
He looks pretty cool.
It's so much, though.
Yeah, they're coming out of his knees.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
Okay, please save as a JPEG. Please do it. Well, let me see. Get this put in here. Hopefully, please just read this. OBS. Let's see. Oh, he's tiny. Oh, he's sideways. Oh, now he's upside down. Okay, I guessed which direction to rotate, and I guessed wrong. There he is. There's the boy with the lightsabers. Love the S2 at his damn knees. Yo, this dude trips and he cuts himself on his fucking knees. Right? Dude, that's
Like, that's
so
a hazard.
It really does seem like it. Again, I think it's such a cool character design, but like thinking about the logistics of it for like more than 2 seconds, I'm like, oh, nightmare. A nightmare.
Yeah.
He came through the training temple after Anakin killed everyone and stole all their lightsabers.
Roger, roger.
That'd be so great.
Roger, roger.
Let's see. This dude tries to go to the bathroom and cauterizes everything below the waist. he just probably already has like the Darth Maul, just lower half robotics at this point.
Yeah.
There's also a light whip. I've seen the light whip. I've seen the lightsaber whip, and I think that's cool. But I just like whips. I think like really like weird whip designs are fun.
They are.
I'd believe the light whip my Star. Oh, I'm not surprised you had a Star Wars OCHS.
Roger, roger.
But to kind of backtrack, sorry, we got off of the Bad Batch. Was there anything else that you wanted to kind of talk about with them, like in your talking?
Oh man. The Bad Batch is one of the only shows where I think the main character has ever been my favorite.
Oh, that really is so rare. Finn and Jess, shut up. No, that genuinely is so rare.
Yeah.
Like most of the time the main character is just there. They're just there.
Yeah.
But who's the main character?
I would argue that it's Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
He's the leader of the Bad Batch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's mostly about him and his relationship with Omega, the little girl.
Oh, okay. So is he like a father figure to her? Or are we going like
He's
full found
trying
family? Trying to. Oh, we love to see it. That's
It's basically like Omega, her dad, and her 4 weird uncles.
Yes. I love that. I love that. We do. I am absolutely a sucker for like the found family dynamic, though.
I know. It's so good.
I think like most people who are neurodivergent or have like a disability of some kind are just like such suckers for found family.
Yeah.
It's like a constant trend. It's so good though. But no, that's so cool. Why do you think you like Hunter? As opposed to like, you know, other main characters that you might not be as interested in.
Hunter has depth.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of main characters are not very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have flaws and stuff, but they don't have, like, idiosyncrasies
Mm-hmm.
or, like, interesting quirks about them. And Hunter does. And he struggles a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Especially socially. Which is something that you don't see main characters do all that often.
Yeah, actually, thinking about it, you're absolutely right. Like, usually they'll have, like, a weakness or, like, a minor character flaw, but very rarely is that, like, oh, I just straight up can't interact with people.
Yeah.
I don't have the tools for that. But that's really cool. I could see why you would be like why you would have that as like a favorite character. It's just surprising that it's the main character. That's
I know, right?
Because usually that's your side character. That's your comedic relief sometimes.
Yeah. My other favorite though is Wrecker, the big strong dumb one.
Oh, we love a big strong dumb friend.
Yes.
Oh, we love a big strong dumb boy.
His relationship with Omega is so cute. They're like best friends.
Yes! I've been watching a little bit of the Critical Role Vox Machina, like, cartoon that just came out.
Oh, yeah.
And just, I love Grog and Pike's relationship.
Grog and Pike!
Yes! Like, literally, make them friends, make them, like, 3 feet in height difference, and I am on board.
Yes.
I love height difference and I love friends. I love like just like really passionate, like really like devoted friends with like very big height differences. I think it's great. But I'm seeing who's the voice for Wrecker. I totally just lost.
I believe it's the same voice for all the clones. That's another point I wanted to make about the Clone Wars series and the Bad Batch series specifically, is the voice acting. Is incredible, because they use so many clones. The clones in the movies are more of a background thing. Like, I hesitate to even call them background characters.
Yeah, they don't, like, even though, you know, episode 2 is called The Clone Wars, they don't really factor into it a whole lot, like, as their own thing.
Yeah, but in Clone Wars and in the Bad Batch, the clones are characters. They're main characters in a lot of episodes. And they're all voiced by the same guy.
Yo! Let's see. Oh, it's D. Bradley Baker! Of course. Okay. No, that tracks. That 110% tracks. D. Bradley Baker. D. Bradley Baker is one of the most, like, versatile, voice actors that exist. He actually, when he kind of started, he did a lot of animal voices. He was the voice of both Appa and Momo in Avatar. He's also Harry the Platypus. He's done a mild stint as Daffy Duck.
Oh my!
He was Daffy Duck in Space Jam, yeah. A movie that haunts me. Yeah, like, so many things have D. Bradley Baker just in the background. Like, it's really funny. What do you think about the celibacy rule for the Jedi? I think it's dumb and unnecessary.
Yeah, do you know how much could have been avoided if they just let Anakin bang?
Yeah, if they just let him have a wife.
Yeah.
Like...
I get the whole thing of, like, you don't want them to be attached, but, like, you're taking it a little too far.
Yeah, I think, and the like, last trilogy kind of touched on this, like, a little bit, but didn't, you know, hardcore commit to it. But, like, the Jedi way of thinking, where everything is so very black and white, is not ideal. And for, like, all the political pieces to Star Wars, like, the fact that they didn't go into, like, whether or not that's a good thing ever is very surprising.
Yeah.
Like, we could have, like, a lot of movie content, just content in general, just talking about, like, I don't know, people who were Jedi, who, I don't even know if you can leave the Jedi Order, but, like, maybe who got real messed up because of the teachings, where they, like, have trouble interacting with people, like, in general, because, like, oh, don't get attached to people, that's, like, a gateway to bad things, which is toxic.
And this is touched on in Clone Wars.
Good. Good, they did it, thank you.
There is someone in Clone Wars who leaves the Jedi Order and struggles to find their way in the rest of society.
That's good. That's good. It's something that the franchise needed, I think. It's stupid that they say about Baby Yoda that he can't be trained because he loves his caretaker like a father. That's some bullshit.
Wow, you love your dad, weak.
Yeah, wow, you can't do anything anymore. Wow, you are absolutely useless to us, even though you are, like, so powerful as a tiny little child. But man, you love your dad? Wow, you're worthless to us now.
Yeah.
That sucks. Is that why? Because I haven't watched The Mandalorian, but I do know that Luke comes and takes Baby Yoda at the end of the first season. I've seen that clip. I'm assuming that's why, because they were like, "Oh, you're getting too attached to your dad, so now we gotta go get you your boss." Like, okay.
Yeah.
See, the celibacy keeps giving me memories of, like, Nuzlocke or Danganronpa don't get attached, but then the rule gets broken. Exactly. Oh, Jess, we're talking about the celibacy order in the Jedi Order, and whether or not it's a good thing. It's a thing that's said to... Oh my gosh, be nice to Baby Yoda. Be nice to him.
Poor Baby Yoda.
Yeah, we are kind of ragging on the Jedi Order, honestly. Because I think... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think it's important that they're flawed. I think the movies wouldn't work unless they had a fundamentally flawed ideology.
Exactly. Yeah. I just wish that they were like, well, I guess there is a way to say that like they can't really be super self-critical of that, because like based on Jedi teachings, if you like start thinking too hard about it, that might be, you know, going down the road to the dark side. And that sounds really culty when I say that out loud.
It is culty.
It's really culty when I say that out loud. Gosh, and now I'm thinking about how in like the prequels, Luke was training Jedis, but they were like on this planet in the middle of nowhere. Just like they had to be like in this one area together, and they had to be like force-fed the Jedi methodology. And I'm like, this sounds like a cult.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah, people keep forgetting that Baby Yoda's like 50, exactly. He is still child for his species, but he's been around for a minute. He's learned things. I was gonna say something, I forgot. Okay. Welcome to my prequels hot take. I think that Obi-Wan and Padme would have been a better couple than Padme and Anakin.
Thank you!
Okay, thank you! Not just because I think Ewan McGregor and Natalie Portman would be a very cute couple. Not just
if Padme had better taste in men, the universe would have been saved.
Exactly! And if Obi-Wan wasn't so, like, strict on Jedi Order rules, too.
Yeah.
Like, you can kind of see, like, maybe a little bit in, like, Episode 1 that they could have a dynamic to them. Yeah. And they're both very... Again, it's been a while since I've seen the prequels, so if I'm like totally off base, let me know. But it seems like both Obi-Wan and Padme are more logical people than Anakin. Yeah. Anakin is very emotions driven, and that's like his whole character arc, is that he is very controlled by his emotions. But like Padme and Obi-Wan, I feel like they would just get along so much. And also let's talk about how Anakin is a little baby boy in Episode 1. Yeah. He is a child.
Like, so, she's what, 14 and he's like 9? I guess it's not as bad when they grow up, but like
at the time I was like, okay.
Yeah.
The way to get a red lightsaber is, and I quote, make the kyber crystal bleed. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you have to corrupt your kyber crystal to get a red lightsaber.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know a whole lot about like the logistics of lightsabers.
There were some episodes in Clone Wars about how they're built. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. I love it when series like actually like they get TV shows and then they actually take that time to like actually expand their universe rather than being like, okay, we're just gonna stick to this story and we're just gonna go.
Yeah.
What do you have to do to get a hot pink lightsaber? I don't ask George Lucas nicely.
You have to make the Samuel L. Jackson got a purple one.
I do love that Mace Windu has a purple lightsaber just because Samuel L. Jackson was like, I'd really like one.
Yeah.
I'd really like a purple lightsaber. And they were like, sure.
They made it work.
It's so good. It's so good. What color of lightsaber would you want, do you think?
My favorite color is green. I think I'd want a green lightsaber.
Yeah. The way to do it is to be Samuel L. Jackson. I mean...
Yeah.
Ooh, or like, not even just like a rainbow colored one exceed, one that like changes colors. Give me a mood ring lightsaber.
Oh, like an RGB lightsaber?
Yeah, or like one that like reacts to like either the power or the like emotions of its wielder by changing colors.
That would be super cool.
Indigo? Oh, indigo would look really cool as a
lightsaber.
Chad.
You're okay, Chad. Then they assign you one.
Outed by your own lightsaber. But no, I would also go purple. I feel like that's not surprising. I always like when they just first introduced the purple lightsaber, I was like, yes, this is we were talking about Padme and Obi-Wan.
Yes.
Red is my favorite color, so I guess I'm gonna upset some crystals or whatever. You're valid. You just gotta hit him real hard, because I know that, like, I do remember seeing one time that Kylo Ren's lightsaber is the way that it is because his crystal is, like, really messed up.
Yeah.
Like, and I thought that his lightsaber was very, very cool, just, like, in concept. Oh, Emo Bobby, thank you so much for the follow. Enjoy your emote explosion and your follower emotes, and welcome to the Hana cult. You don't have a say in that last part. But yeah,
welcome to the Jedi Order.
Yes. Yeah, you're a Jedi now. You either might be very excited about that or very upset. That emote. Hello, how are you?
Cute.
Oh, and I'm asking people what their favorite Star Wars movie / character is. But no, it's the new little Pokemon starters. They're so cute. I will try not to get sidetracked by that. But yeah, I was gonna go back to, like, Obi-Wan and Padme. I really do think so many problems could be solved if they just fix that one thing. Like,
but that's part of the beauty of the prequels, is that so many things had to go wrong in order for this plan to succeed. And it's just this perfect snowball of everything going wrong in exactly the places it needs to in order for things to fall right into Palpatine's plan. And it makes it so frustrating to watch in such a good way.
Oh, bunch of small aliens. Hello, nice to meet you. And Emo Bobby, thank you for the other Pokemon emotes. Those are so cute. But let me follow up that question then. So, do you think that that his plan worked because Palpatine is a really good, like, manipulator and planner, or do you feel like it was always destined to happen, like, regardless of what Palpatine did?
I feel like it's a combination of the two. Palpatine is definitely very, very intelligent, but I also think that there was some level of destiny involved, because we know that there is that in Star Wars. There's a prophecy, there is a chosen one, and I do think that it was always going to be there was always going to be a path to the chosen one, and I think it's sort of bouncing off that and getting a little bit off topic.
Go ahead.
I think it's really interesting that the chosen one is not Luke.
Yes, I do think that's very interesting.
Because it totally could have been.
Yeah, I think a lot of people thought it was or was going to be.
Yeah, and it makes total sense. And it's a very subtle thing in the original trilogy to have Vader actually be the chosen one. They expand on it more in the prequels. And I think that it was just a more roundabout way of having Anakin be the chosen one. I feel like he was going to be the chosen one no matter what. Palpatine's plan just succeeded at one point, but he still lost in the long run.
Yeah.
There was influence from Palpatine, but it was definitely always going to happen one way or another.
Yeah, so you think Anakin was, like, always destined to become Vader because, like, Anakin is the chosen one, but, like, more predominantly so it's Vader? Like, he had to become Vader to, like, fully become the chosen one, I guess you could say?
Exactly.
Okay. No, I can totally see that. People always get on my case when I say the original Star Wars trilogy is a fantasy film in space. It absolutely is.
It is science fantasy. People will tell you it's a space opera, and it definitely is a space opera, but I would argue that it's also science fantasy.
Yes, yeah. And, like, with me, going to school for film and all this, I've literally broken down Star Wars into the archetypical hero's journey, which is used a lot in fantasy storytelling. So I'm like, yeah, it's absolutely a fantasy story. And Axiom, hello! And sorry, going back to Maggie's comment, can you talk about the fact that people rag on the Death Star's engineering for the exhaust, but the fact is the exhaust wasn't the problem. The exhaust equals just pushing things out. It only blew up because we have space wizards. That's true. I would think, like, if I'm building an exhaust port in a thing, I wouldn't think, wow, I really hope no one shoots a laser down this. Like,
Yeah.
that wouldn't be part of my planning that I would implement. Like, I don't think that I would have had the forethought to be like, someone might just toss some lasers down this.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate.
Hydrate time.
Yeah, so I think that kind of segues us a little bit. Yeah, or an explosive. Yeah, usually exhaust ports don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
They have to deal with things with, like, just dealing with exploding things. But so I think that can kind of segue us through, because you said that the episode 3 is your favorite out of the movies. Do you want to tell us why?
The thing about the prequels is that it's a very, very slow build for a fantastic conclusion. It is very, very rare that you get a trilogy of films where the third one is the best one. And I feel like they really... The reason the first 2 films are slow is because they were building everything up to this magnificent conclusion.
Yeah.
And just watching everything fall into place is so satisfying and so frustrating at the exact same time.
Because you, like, know it's not going to end well, and you're just, like, watching this person do, like, all these bad things, and you're like, come on, man.
You know where it's going, it's just a matter of the journey to get there. And the way they make everything fit together is so good.
Honestly,
I think they did Padme direct. Yeah, she's medically healthy, but for some reason we're losing her.
She lost the will to live.
That's the stupidest part about the movie.
It's so dumb.
That, and when Darth Vader finds out that Padme is dead, he goes, no!
It's so cheesy. Like, I think if he was silent, I think honestly, that shot, I think they could have kept that shot of Vader screaming no almost exactly the same, but instead of having him just, like, shout no, literally just have him walk off. Just have him in utter silence, leave the area. I feel like that would have been so much more impactful and a lot less cheesy.
Even just, like... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no.
Continue.
No, I was just gonna say, because I feel like... Because he says, you know, like, I felt that she was still alive. So I feel like my instinct wouldn't be to just go, aw, man, and then just never follow up on that. I think that it would have been better if they didn't have him do that, if they had him, like, go and confirm for himself, and then, like, at that point, she's already dead, so he thinks, oh, I did that.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be better for the character, but I'm not the person that's in charge of those decisions.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Even if he just made, like, a slightly more natural pained noise, that would be an improvement.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just a nice ah!
Yeah. I think it still is James Earl Jones that's that voice in the prequels, and I think somebody directed him to do that, and he was just like, okay, all right, I'm getting paid for this. Oh, no worries, excited to have fun at work. I think, a soft but impactful no. Oh, that would have hurt.
That would have been good.
Oh, I think that, like, a no and then him just, like, leaving would have been so much better.
Yes.
But kind of going back to your point, I honestly never really thought about it, but, like, the third act of part 3 of episode 3 is some of the best Star Wars content. Like, genuinely. Like, episode 2 is like pulling teeth. That's one that I can't really go back to because, like, George Lucas
it's really cringe.
He did not know how to direct romance. He did not know how to direct his actors. So it just causes me physical pain. But, like, the end of episode 3 genuinely, like, it makes up for a lot of things in episode 2. In my opinion, because it's like it's genuinely emotional and it does feel like the proper payoff for everything that happened up to that point, even if you don't like what happened up to that point. Like everything, like you said, it had to be like this perfect storm of everything, you know, like falling apart at once, and kind of watching that domino effect does make a really good payoff. Even if you don't like what happened and like the steps that happened to get there, like I do think it is a really good payoff for what they had set up.
It's cathartic.
Qui-Gon is very irresponsible, Jess. You are not wrong.
For sure.
Oh man, I love Qui-Gon as a character. I really, really liked him, and obviously, his fight with Maul is one of the best saber fights in the whole series.
It's so good.
It's so good. The one scene, I've had to study this scene multiple times because people talk about it a lot, like genuinely in classes. Oh,
wow.
Corvid just has a question for you.
Oh yeah, shoot.
I'll continue my point, but like the one thing in the one thing about the Darth Maul fight that I feel like a lot of Star Wars fights don't really get is that they have little breaks kind of in it, like the one shot where like all the walls like come in and like separate them all, but they can all still see each other and they're like forced to wait, and you're just, you know, sitting there like waiting, be like, okay, when is it gonna go? When are they gonna start fighting again? What's gonna happen as soon as this? Because it builds more tension, and it gives your scene, you know, like it has much more of a flow to it rather than it just being like go 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 the whole time. And yeah, I think that's one of the few saber fights that genuinely gets that you can have like long extended periods of like quiet or just like stillness, and that it works really well.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jess asks, have you read the webcomic Darts and Droids?
I have not. I'm going to take a picture of the chat so I can check it out later.
Yeah, I have not heard of this either, Jess. I'm going to Google though. Oh, okay. It's a Star Wars movies recontextualized as some dudes playing a tabletop RPG like Dungeons and Dragons. They made Jar Jar lovable because the protag's little sister is playing him.
Oh.
Okay, well let's go ahead. Let's talk about this. What are your thoughts on Jar Jar?
They made the right call by phasing him out in the later prequels. Yes,
absolutely. Dude, George Lucas was ready to die on that hill. I really think that he was. And everyone else was like, no, you can't do it again. We cannot.
He's better in Clone Wars, but he's still bad.
Oh,
like, they do their best to be self-aware about it and work with what they've got.
What do you think about the Sith Jar Jar theory? Have you heard of that?
I have heard of it. I think it's hilarious.
I think it's good, and I think if they did it a certain way, it could have worked out really, really well.
Yeah,
like,
it could have been cool.
Right, if they did it right. But also just with how they structured the prequels, I wouldn't trust that particular crew, like the prequel crew, to do it right. So I guess I'm glad that they didn't, so that maybe someone can do like a fan thing in the future. Because like the idea of him like playing super dumb and then becoming full evil, I think is great.
Yeah.
You love to see it.
Yes. I was about to ask about Sith Jar Jar.
It's like one of my favorite things to talk about from the prequels, because like there are so many things. I'm actually looking at an article right now to refresh myself, but like genuinely they note that like he dodges like so many things that should have killed him.
Yeah.
And it would make sense if he has like some kind of force power that he can just kind of divert them a little bit without being super noticeable.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh man, I'm super lucky.
Okay.
Okay.
New fan theory.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Jar Jar Binks is not a Sith, but he is force sensitive and was just never discovered as a child.
Okay, I like force sensitive Jar Jar.
And that is why he's able to avoid everything so well.
Yes.
He's a force sensitive person.
Jar Jar Binks
he was never
at Hope's Peak Academy. No, I do not want to see Jar Jar in a Danganronpa game. I'm okay. Green Darson droids. I love it's like Jedi, and Qui-Gon is like, it's a type of cheese. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. He's just like a Force-sensitive dude who has no idea. That's my theory.
I like that. I could genuinely see like a lot of things like happening to Jar Jar because he is Force sensitive and maybe using the Force and not knowing it, and him just being like, I guess that's just a thing. A thing that happens to me.
And everyone just writes it off because he's so goofy, but he could have been a Jedi.
Oh, absolutely. Which I think people would have like rioted in the streets.
Oh yeah.
But
I unironically subscribe to that headcanon now. Hell yeah.
I think that's a good idea. I think even if it's not what they intended, I think it's very funny. I think that would be perfect for the character. Are there any other characters like in Star Wars that you particularly don't like, or like any like unpopular opinions about certain characters? I know that's one that is hard to think of off the top of your head, so if you can't think of one, that's fine.
I have an unpopular Star Wars opinion, but it's not about a specific character, it's more about Star Wars in general.
Ooh, go ahead. This could be...
And this is gonna be controversial. The way Star Wars deals with disability is inherently ableist.
You know what? Thinking about that for a second, I think I know exactly what you mean. Just in that, like, all people with disabilities need to be fixed in some way. Is that what you're getting at? It's that,
but it's also the fact that they use it as an allegory for losing your humanity.
Oh,
they do that with... They do that with Darth Vader. Have you ever noticed the more limbs he loses, the more evil he is?
Yep. I hadn't put it together until just this second, but you are correct.
They do that with General Grievous, where it's like he's not even a man anymore. He's just machine.
Even though you see that he has like actual like fleshy bits to him.
Yeah. And my personal favorite example of this is the fact that Luke and Anakin both lose hands, but because Luke is a good guy, his prosthetic hand looks more human.
That's very true. Yeah, because
Anakin's
robot hand is all robo-y.
Yeah. You could argue, you could say, it's because there was a leap in technology during that time. And I will argue, a leap in technology during the fall of the Empire. Or during the fall of the Republic and the rise of the Empire.
That's true. That is really not the environment for an industrial revolution. Really. Yeah. No, that absolutely makes sense. Let's see.
That is what makes the Bad Batch so incredible to me. Because it takes that and it flips it on its head.
Yeah, it sounds like the characters, like they're not being forced, even though they are defective quote unquote clones, they're not being forced to get rid of their defects. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They embrace their differences, and the character who is more machine than man is treated like a person.
Good. I hope that's a symbol of things coming forward.
Yeah.
Maggie, you did just remind me that Jar Jar is indeed on the council.
He is. He is a senator, I believe.
Senator.
Or a representative?
I think he's a senator. Something like that. I do remember seeing that I think it's in episode 2, maybe episode 3, and being like, who did this? Who... it doesn't even feel like senators are voted on by their people. So, like, who did this?
I think he actually was voted into that position by his people because he completely, like... just wandered his way into being a national hero.
Oh, that's true.
He Rube Goldberged his way into being a national hero.
That's true. That's true. I do think that probably his people would see him as like a hero, and like because he's so close to like the Jedi, he might be able to, you know, curry some favor. So I guess I understand why. I strongly disagree.
Yeah.
I just don't think he should be in charge of much. But ooh, what are your opinions on droid rights? That's a good question, Jess. That's a good
I think it does depend on the droid.
I agree.
Like, there's gonk droids that look like trash cans. And, like, I don't know if a gonk droid deserves the right to vote. C-3PO, on the other hand, that is basically a person.
Yeah, there are definitely some droids that were, like, programmed to not have a lot of sentience and not a lot of thought and cognition, and, like, not even, like, be the equivalent of Siri, like, even, you know, less technologically advanced than that. But I think right around when you get to the point where it can start having its own thoughts and opinions, like, that's when they need to be treated more like a citizen or a person, I think. Yeah. I think the second that you can think for yourself, in the Star Wars universe at least, that should be an indicator of like, not worthiness for rights, that's an awful way to say that, but like the line between what is a utilitarian droid that's like that is a thing that serves a purpose, and like a being. Does that make sense?
It's like the Turing test.
Yes, Turing test. Exactly. I was genuinely trying to think of what that was called. What makes a sentient being? Oh god. Oh man.
I did not know getting into this.
I don't think I qualified for this. I'm an anime girl on the internet. I do not.
That is the exact wording I use.
I said that to people at a party once. They're like, so what do you do on Twitch? I'm like, I'm an anime girl for fun.
Am I allowed to talk about drugs on your channel?
Yeah, go ahead.
The first time I got really high, I was at a party.
Okay.
And I told everyone. Someone, I think, asked me what my job was, and I very loudly went, I'm an anime girl on the internet for money.
I have used the full phrase anime girl on the internet for money. I'm just bad at, like, not talking about certain things, so I wasn't even like inebriated in any way when I mentioned this to friends. I was just like, I'm an anime girl on the internet for money, because I like met up with a group of friends I hadn't seen, you know, in a couple of years because of circumstances, because of everything, and they're like, so what are you doing? And I'm like, anime girl.
Yeah.
I am anime now. I have transcended.
Yeah, you get some people on Twitch who are like, can you give me relationship and life advice? And it's like,
no.
I'm an anime girl.
No. I live in a basement with my cat. Like, I do not.
Well,
I'm not the one to ask. Anime for money, exactly. Living the real dream.
Yes, a respectable profession, indeed.
Hey, can I dump trauma on you? Sir, I am an anime girl.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky in that hasn't really happened to me in my community. Everybody's been pretty okay. But, like, if anybody ever does that to me, I am going to be like, sir, I am an anime girl playing video games. Like, I don't know what makes you think I'm qualified to have this discussion.
My degree is in making bread.
That's great. Do you actually? So this is 110% a tangent, but do you? And if you're not comfortable talking about like life things, let me know. Do you have like an actual degree or anything?
I don't have a degree. I am in the midst of getting a certificate.
Oh.
Several certificates, in fact, in culinary arts.
Oh, I did culinary art school for 6 months ish. I had to leave because of life circumstances. This was like gosh, like 10 years ago. I got through mise en place and I got through breakfast.
Nice.
I had to read a lot. I was like partway into soup before before I ended up having to leave. How much longer do you have on your certs?
That entirely depends on COVID. What I have left is, they're called the capstone classes. They're like the last classes before you complete it, and they involve serving the public in our school restaurant.
So
which has been closed for over 2 years.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm in
it's fine.
I'm in my capstones right now, and I'm just lucky that I don't really have to do things around other people.
Yeah.
like I'm doing a thing for a class right now where I'm literally making a short, like 2-minute video, just using assets I found online for free. Like I'm not even filming anything because I'm like, I don't want to go out and interact with people. No. But no, like Jess said, I do hope it reopens soon.
Thank you.
Things are getting, kind of back to doing
maybe next
things.
semester.
Hopefully. Yeah.
In the meantime, I'm a full-time anime girl.
Good. But no, that's cool that you're doing that.
Thank you.
I had a really good time doing culinary school. And do you want to do like baking specifically?
Baking is my focus, but I'm interested in doing everything. My goal someday is to own a restaurant.
Oh.
Specifically a restaurant that is fully accessible.
Oh, that's so great. That's a
because
really good idea.
This is totally not Star Wars related.
Oh,
but,
yeah, no, we can just go. It's fine. It's my show.
Yeah, we'll do it live!
Yeah!
But I struggle eating at restaurants sometimes because of my Tourette's, and I talk to other people in my community and some in other communities about the experience of eating at a restaurant and like what would a restaurant have to be accessible to you was the question. And I got so much feedback and so many people were so excited about being asked, and people were like, Corvid, I would eat at that restaurant. If you created that would be a restaurant I would feel comfortable going to.
Oh, that's great. I think that's a really, really good idea and a really admirable thing to want
Thank
to do.
you.
Because it's not easy to make things accessible to a wide variety of people. Like, there's a lot of work that goes into that.
It's so worth it, though.
Yeah. Would it be any particular type of restaurant? Like any particular, like, cuisine specialty, I guess is what I'm trying to say?
Probably like a California cuisine, like kind of farm to table, like a sort of Italian and French inspired, but like very lightly, where it's more of an American thing that it's California cuisine, basically.
Yeah. Well, like California, I'm not sure if that's where you're from, but like they have a very, very wide, like, culinary culture. So you can honestly do whatever and just be like, California.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Thank you. That's a wonderful idea. You're doing good work, Clip, so I hope it works out. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I hope it works out too. Because I know a lot of people in my chat are disabled in some way. So I'm sure that they would absolutely appreciate a more accessible place to go.
Yay!
Yeah, I do 110% think that there is a market for it and that it could be like very, very successful. Especially in like a social media kind of thing. This is 110% my classes that I have to take showing, but like it's something that I'm like, I don't know if that would have worked like, 20 years ago, but I think today, where there is a more culture around like inclusivity, and also it's easier to broadcast things to people who would maybe have not seen that your business exists before. I think that something like that could be super successful, and I really hope it works out for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you just got to finish the cert things.
Oh yeah.
Which I've been trying to finish college for a hot second, and for some reason this whole finishing it all off stuff has been the hardest part of it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is for a lot of people, but now especially,
It'll probably be a long time before our restaurant opens though, because I want to take some time to learn from other people, and I want to take some time to be an anime girl. Yeah,
absolutely. Yes, do what feels comfortable to you in the moment. Absolutely. And I would absolutely want to get experience as well. I was obsessed when I was in culinary school. I'm free to admit that.
It's hard work.
Well, and I have a lot of food sensitivities,
really
so I not even allergies, just I have a oh gosh, Morning Glorious, thank you so much for the follow. Enjoy your follower emotes, your emote explosions, and welcome to the Hana cult. You don't have a say in the last part. And thank you for helping me reach my follower goal. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, hi! Hello, Corvid Mom. Thank you for the follow. I've entirely forgotten what I was saying. It's okay. we can actually go back to Star Wars here. Sorry about the tangent. I just like asking people about their lives and what they want to do and stuff, because I just find it very interesting.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, part of the reason why I want to do this is because, I find it very interesting, and I've also been told by others that they just really like hearing people talk about something that they're passionate about. So it's the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I think it fits under the umbrella.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But so kind of going back, we were kind of talking episode 3 a little bit.
Yes.
So let's go in that vein, but a little bit more broad. Why do you like the prequels the most?
Let me open my notes.
We have a list. Let's go.
The political intrigue. It's a level of political intrigue you don't see in any of the other trilogies. It is just, there's so many levels and layers to it. It's so interesting, and it's so fascinating. Yeah. And it's something that you can appreciate on multiple watches, and it's something that, and it's something that really sets the trilogy apart, I think. And so I think that
go ahead.
Sorry. I think that the world building at this stage of the universe is the strongest in the series. Because you have so many worlds and so many cultures that are all shown, and they're in a war, but they're not under the control of an empire, the way that they are in the original trilogy. And it has so much depth to it that is really interesting.
Okay.
Is there a political drama set in the Star Wars universe? I would watch that. Clone Wars.
Okay, so
some episodes of Clone Wars.
I was gonna kind of ask a little bit. So are you the person? Are you one of the people that just really likes just kind of deep lore in in your content? And then that's why just you go to the prequels as much, as because there's so much more to sit through.
Yeah, I love lore.
Yeah, me too. Same hat.
Same hat.
But no, thank you for coming by, at least, Corvid Mama. I know you told me what to call you last time you were in my chat. I have entirely forgotten, and I'm so sorry.
Oh, my mom? My mom is Morning Glorious. She's Glow.
Glow. Okay. Got it. Perfect. Okay. Usually I have to like hear it a couple of times. And then say it a few
no
times,
problem, no problem.
Because my brain is made of Swiss cheese and tar. Like, it does not work. Things just fall out of my ears. But no, that's cool. So, oh gosh, what was the question I was just gonna ask? So keep talking about why you like the prequels then, because it sounded like you had more talking points.
The character design is incredible because it's not as militaristic as the original trilogy is. You get characters from hundreds of worlds who all have different cultures, and you see them all in the Galactic Senate and on the different planets that are visited, and it's so beautiful, the things that they come up with. It's so cool.
Yeah, you're just presenting me with a ton of stuff that I like never really thought about myself, but like as soon as you say it, I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's true. Because like even in like the most recent films, they are still, you know, in a wartime, but like they just don't really have any super intriguing like character designs, really. A lot of our main characters are just human in the Disney sequels. Like, yeah, I am literally racking my brain right now for like a character from the most recent trilogy that is like an alien character. That is like interesting to look at. Like, obviously there's BB-8, but he's a droid.
Yeah.
There's not really. Yeah. Like, yeah, I do think now that I'm like actually sitting and thinking about it, like from an aesthetic, the prequels are like far and away the best looking. Yeah. out of all of them, because like it's actually bright in some places, and you have like really diverse set pieces, really, because like you have like the like Colosseum thing where like Padme, Anakin, and Obi-Wan get like tied to the big stone.
Oh, the pillars.
Yes, yeah. Like you have things like that, but then you have like the place where Padme and Anakin went to go hide, and even though that segment sucks, that location is great.
Yeah, that's a beautiful place for some of the worst scenes in the entire trilogy.
Oh, Sora's Kaki, hello! It is nice to speak to you for the first time. I hope you're having a good day.
Hello!
And I'm sorry if I said your username wrong. But yeah, like, and you saying that it's not militaristic just also, again, was just made me go like, oh yeah! Because I when you think Star Wars, like, war is in the title of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, I just really didn't think about how the prequels, like, lead up to a war, so that, like, the look of the culture would not need to have a heavy military presence. Mm-hmm. Just because, you know, military ain't there. Like, obviously it still exists, but it's not...
Yeah.
It's not a constant presence like it is post-prequels.
Yes.
It's just war from after that. Oh.
It's a republic, and that is really expressed in the design of all the characters, and I think that it's really, really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think that was lost a lot on early 2000s audiences. I just think that they were not ready.
Yeah.
They didn't want that.
The prequels were before their time.
I do think that they were. I do think that there would still be, like, a lot of the same problems that people have with it. Like, if they were released... I don't particularly think they could be released, like, today and still kind of fly. Yeah. Like, and get an entirely positive reception, but... Like, I think that they might have been a little bit more favorably looked upon if they weren't made so early in the 2000s, and then everybody got to kind of think about them for a really long time.
Yeah.
Because, like, we talked about this before stream started, but, like, you know, people started being like, oh, these are great, like the visual effects are so good, like we really like the pod racing, and then like the second one happened and people were like, this might not be good, but people were like, the early reviews for episode 2 were like coping so hard. They were trying so hard to like the movie, and you could really tell. And just like, you know, a couple of years ago, it finally became acceptable to be like, so I just really don't like that. It was actually really bad. And then I think that just kind of hurt the general reception for episode 3, just because it had to follow episode 2.
Yeah.
Which, it set itself up for failure, I think, which is unfortunate. This is a question that I've actually asked a couple people, and I've gotten some interesting answers. So, you know Star Wars memes, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how there's been, like, a Star Wars prequel meme, like, perpetually for years? Like, there's always, like, one Star Wars meme happening at, like, any given time.
Yeah.
So, and it seems to me that they're all, like, prequel memes. Like, there's very rarely anything that's from, like, the original series or the new trilogy. Do you have any theories, just kind of, like, thinking off the top of your head, about why the prequels specifically are, like, the prime meme fodder of Star Wars, and why that it like keeps going forever?
It's because they're poorly written in a funny way.
That's very true, and
that's very memeable.
It really is, and like George Lucas's inability to direct actors, like the man can move cameras, the man cannot direct actors.
Yeah.
But I think that really did help a lot, because I don't think any other director could have gotten the "hello there" out of Ewan McGregor. Or like,
wait a minute, how does this happen? We're smarter than this.
Yeah, I do think that it, like how the prequels had to end in that perfect storm. I think that the prequels in and of themselves became the perfect storm for internet culture before internet culture existed.
Exactly. You could write a thesis on that.
Oh, I've written a lot of things. I have like full video ideas about literally why the Star Wars prequels are like memes, and why they have, because like memes come and go at the drop of a hat, right? But there's always a Star Wars prequel meme, like always somewhere. There was a time, like a couple of years ago, like right around 2018, 2019, where I'm like, wow, I don't know the last time I went a day, like a full 24 hours without seeing a Star Wars prequel meme somewhere. And I just think that's very interesting. Just I don't know, something about the particular way that the prequels are, the internet has latched onto and will not let them go. And I think it's great. It's just weird. I don't know why.
Yeah.
What do you have, like a favorite, like kind of Star Wars meme, or like a really funny like line from the prequels, or that you think is just kind of silly?
Wait a minute, how did this happen? We're smarter than this.
That one is very good. I will say "hello there" is up there for me.
Hello there is up there. General Kenobi.
Yes. That one is so good. And then also, you know, I have the high ground.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Again, it's been a second since I've seen the prequels, but doesn't he say that after he's already, like, injured Anakin in some way? Or are they, like, at the beginning of the fight when he says it's over, I have the high ground?
It's right before he chops off Anakin's arm and legs.
Okay. Because, like, I had the order switched around a little bit, and I was like, isn't this after he already lost an arm? Like, I don't think the high ground is the factor that is helping you win. The man.
No, he gets the high ground. He gets the high ground, and then Anakin jumps at him, and he like, whoosh! Now you have no limbs.
Oh yeah, that like terrible but very fun to look at jump where he just kind of like sails a little bit. He just kind of goes.
It's a staple of Anakin.
Yeah, he was just rigid. It was. But no, that's yeah. What other things did you have to talk about in the prequels?
Oh, at Axiom, I'm not streaming right now.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to answer that question.
No problem.
But I do have, if you want to follow Corvid, I have all of her links. Stream Elements just put them up there. They actually might have hybrid mushed into one thing, though. They did. Okay, I guess I need to put a comma in between these in Stream Elements. I'm so glad that I'm realizing this now. Let's try that. I did like a little enter thing between them, but I guess Stream Elements doesn't care.
Beep beep. Ooh,
Let me try this.
I thought you were doing like ooh woo ooh ooh woo. No, I have Tourette's.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, I totally forgot to make a timer about that. But yes, people who are joining a little bit more late. Let's do. Do you want to introduce yourself again to people who maybe have come in since the beginning?
Hi, my name is Calypso Corvid. You can call me Corvid. I am a crow VTuber and I have Tourette syndrome. So I make noises and I say words and I mimic things that I hear. Ooh woo! And you will hear me make a lot of noises. You may find it annoying. If you do, no hard feelings. I'm just probably not the streamer for you.
Yeah, I realized as soon as that Axiom said that, I was like, oh yeah, a lot of people have probably come through since we started, so it might be good to reintroduce.
Yeah. You will?
I think that it was cute. Yeah, I agree.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. What other stuff did you want to say on the prequels?
That covered all my talking points, because most of my other stuff had already come up in conversation.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what's happened on my little tiny list of questions as well. So let me actually, I'll go back and ask a very broad question that I'm actually surprised I didn't ask you at the top. Why do you like Star Wars? I should have started with that. Why do you enjoy this franchise so much? I will say that as I put a mustache on myself. Thank you, Jess. Serious interview.
That's a surprisingly tough question. I did not grow up with Star Wars. It does not have the nostalgia factor for me that it does for a lot of other people. But when I was introduced to it, it was something that my boyfriend and I watched together, which was very nice. Aww. So there's definitely that factor. Mm-hmm. But there's also just, it was such a marvel. It's so grandiose. Mm-hmm. That it was so enjoyable and so fun, and it came at a time in my life when I didn't have a whole lot going on. Mm-hmm. And so the idea that there was so much to consume, there was so much content to consume, and all of it was just big and fun and exciting. Mm-hmm. It filled in a lot of gaps in my time, mm-hmm. and my schedule and in my brain. It gave me something to think about. Yeah. And it gave me a lot of tics, so I thought about it often.
I could definitely see that would be a thing. Let's see if I can get. I'm trying to get this so it doesn't look weird when I'm looking sideways. I don't think that's possible. I'm just gonna
probably not
big. It's funnier if it's big. But Rabbit, hello. How are you?
Red Rabbit! Yay! Hello.
But yeah, there is no like Rabbit said. There's no shortage of Star Wars content at all.
Yeah.
So I 100% see how you could just rabbit hole down that.
Yeah.
But no, that's good that it's something that was there to fill a space for you. I've found people that I've talked to about things that they like it's a very similar story, and I think that that's really touching.
Yeah.
That like people find something and it means a lot to them during like potentially a bad time, or maybe a time that was like not particularly bad, but you know, like not like maybe lonely or like boring. I think that's great.
Yeah, and then there's definitely that, but what really cemented it for me was the Bad Batch.
Mm-hmm.
And that representation for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. I can understand that. Yeah.
Like, this is gonna sound stupid. I'm literally planning on getting a Bad Batch tattoo because it is such a like daily reminder of me. I think about it all the time, and I think about all the time like how I felt seeing myself represented on screen, and how much positivity it brought in me. And for my inner child.
Yeah.
Not to get all, like, therapy on you, but...
no, I feel like I've gotten a little bit therapy-ish this time, so we're good. Oh, no, you might be in trouble.
Oh, no. Hi, Mom! I didn't know you were still watching!
Hi, Glow! But, like, I'm definitely... Like, I will never judge a person for tattoos, literally, ever. And I don't have any tattoos, but it's because I have a very prominent fear of needles and blood, and that's what all of that is.
Oh yeah.
And but I do love hearing like people's tattoo stories, or like what tattoos they want to get, because a lot of the times they have like really fun stories behind them, and I think it's good to get something that means a lot to you. Like, obviously it's not a prerequisite. Like, I know people that just have tattoos because they're like, I just thought it was neat, and that's great. But I think there's nothing like dumb or anything about getting a tattoo for something that means a lot to you.
Yeah, I have a tattoo for my favorite book. I don't see why a tattoo for any other form of media would be less meaningful.
Yeah. Yeah, what Freddie said, yes. Also, hello, Freddie. We were talking to Maggie earlier, but it's nice to meet you.
Tattoos are addictive to me. Oh, I got my first one, and now I want more.
What is your favorite book that you got the tattoo of?
The Little Prince.
Oh gosh, you could get the cutest Little Prince tattoos.
It's a subtle Little Prince tattoo. It's not like immediately obvious that's what it's about. It's the fox in the wheat field.
Oh, that's so fun. I love that.
And it has the rose on the bottom. I'll send you a picture later because I love my tattoo.
Oh, that sounds so cute.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
and I do say so myself.
I'm sure Finn, if they're still here, would appreciate that because Finn is a fox and loves foxes.
Aww. FBI, open up.
That's super cool, though. Yeah, I have like tattoos I would get. I have ideas for, but like it's probably never gonna happen. Papa Hanaki has been like, I will pay for it if I get to be there. Because I want to see what happens.
Oh god, I wish my dad would pay for my tattoos.
It's because he wants to see me suffer. Because he knows I'd be panicking the whole time.
Aww.
Cry, so gorgeous. She researched and hired a really respected pro. Aw, that's so sweet, Glow. And it's very, very good to research your tattoo artist. I have friends who have not researched their tattoo artist and it hasn't gone well. But I also have friends that have gorgeous tattoos. And all the time I'm just like, We would get a tattoo of the symbol of the forces of nature from Kid Icarus. Oh, I'm gonna Google that real quick, but I think I know what you're talking about. Icarus symbol. Oh, that would be such a pretty tattoo.
Okay, now I need to Google it.
Yeah, I'll bring it up on stream too, so people know what I'm talking about. If it'll let me. Say this is PNG. All the time, whenever I type when I have my hands on, I'm like, you guys don't need to see how I only type with like 3 fingers.
Yeah, and it's always like the most random 3 fingers too.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Okay. This is the symbol right here. It's not a very good color on stream. Wow, that was the first thing that came up. But I think that'd be really pretty.
Oh, that would make a really pretty tattoo.
Yeah, I feel like you could do a lot of fun stuff with that. Might get it on our
Yeah.
shoulder if we ever get to. Oh, that'd be really cool. Working on a sleeve of band logos. Cool. I think I've talked about this, but right when Papa Hanaki and Mama Hanaki got divorced, the first thing Papa Hanaki did was to get a tattoo, like a full calf tattoo that covers the entire back of his leg. He really likes the baseball team, the Yankees. He got Derek Jeter's batting stance tattooed on the back of his leg with like the Yankee symbol on it. But like literally, like divorce went through and he had that tattoo like 2 weeks later.
Incredible.
Because Mama Hanaki always told him that he couldn't, and he was like, fine. Now's the time. You type with 3, we type with 1 finger. Yeah, it kind of depends. Like I usually type with like these fingers. Oh, these ones. Just like a little bird.
Pterodactyl.
I love when people are big fans of things. It's always so wholesome. Exactly, right?
Aww.
It's always so great.
No, I am a big fan of all the things that I'm a fan of. I do not experience things casually.
Oh, no, same. And I think a lot of people are like that, especially like on the internet and in like the VTuber scene, online in general.
Yeah.
There's no halfways.
Yeah.
Passion is a gift, exactly, Glow. Yes, I like all things. I like some things. But I like them a lot.
The things I like, I am very, very passionate about.
Exactly. Get 3, 1 for Palutena's army, 1 for Forces of Nature, and 1 for the Underworld army. Ooh.
Cool.
I feel really bad. I've never really played Kid Icarus, but I do love the design of Palutena. I've never learned how to say her name right. But I think she's very pretty. I would get a Lost.png tattoo. I do not doubt that for an instant. Kid Icarus is honestly underrated. That's the vibe I've gotten from like all of the people that I know who play Kid Icarus. That they just like really love it. But it's just one of the things that just like hasn't gotten as popular.
Well?
But no, Palutena is very pretty.
She is.
I've wanted to make.
That's all I know about Kid Icarus.
Yeah, that's pretty much like I know some of the character designs because of Smash.
Yeah.
And I don't even play Smash Bros that much, but I'm just like, oh yes, Palutena, pretty.
Yes.
Good enough to land 3 Smash characters, but it's overlooked a lot. Honestly, that's very true. God, who's the third? So there's Palutena, there's I'm forgetting names. Oh no. Oh. Icarus, Smash Bros. I'm just Googling. While I'm doing this though, let me ask you another Star Wars question. We'll get kind of back on topic a little bit. So this might be a hard question to answer, and I'm sorry. What is like your ideal Star Wars story? Is it just like the Bad Batch, or is there anything that you would like improve that you would want to see in Star Wars?
Oh man.
I know, hard.
The Bad Batch
is
The Bad Batch is good.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see something a bit earlier, like pre-war. Like before. I think they're working on something now, but they've gone like back a little too far for me. Mm-hmm. Like just before the war starts, maybe like leading up to it, like right before the prequels start.
Yeah, I honestly, I would like to see more of a early Republic kind of thing. I think that would be interesting. Yeah, but like Jess said, before the stars went to war.
Exactly.
Love to see a trilogy or short series set in the Sith Wars. I've heard of the Sith Wars, and I would really like to see that. Is a 2-hour version of the Christmas special. Again, do not doubt that for an instant. I know you too well, Jess. I absolutely see Jess as the type of person to just unironically enjoy the Star Wars Christmas special. Have you
no shame
seen
in that? I haven't. I have not. I don't think it's on Disney Plus.
Oh, I don't think that they'll ever acknowledge that exists ever again. So have you seen any clips from it or anything? It's so weird.
Sorry, I'm yawning. You're not boring, I'm just a sleepy bitch.
Oh no, you're okay. It is late for people who aren't me that stay up until 3 in the morning.
Oh, on the West Coast. I have no excuse. It's 8 p.m.
Okay, yeah. I forgot about, oh my gosh, time zones. Wow, okay. But no, I would like to see something from the Sith Wars. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the Christmas special I was thinking about. But no, yeah, the Star Wars Christmas special I think is the most 70s thing I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen anything that drips the 70s and 80s more than the Star Wars Christmas special. It's so cheesy. It's great. It's wonderful. The Christmas special is a fever dream, exactly. I want a 4... Mickey, hi! I feel like that would be... I said that before that, like, if they made Jar Jar a bigger character, there would be riots in the streets. I think 4-hour Christmas special would also cause riots in the streets.
Star Wars
Muppets!
Muppets!
Yes!
Yes!
Yes! Okay, who is who, though? We have to think about this. Who plays who in a Star Wars...
Okay.
In a Star Wars rendition, that's all the Muppets.
Okay, we have the obvious ones.
I do want Aiden Christensen to still be Anakin.
Yes!
I want him to be the one human. I want Anakin to be the one human, and for everyone else to be Muppets.
Lord Palpatine is one of, like, the grumpy guys who sits in the wings.
Oh, yeah. Oh, just split Palpatine into 2 characters and make them,
yeah.
Satin and Waldorf, I think are their names. But, like,
yeah, I don't know very much about the Muppets.
I know too much. I know too much. But no, I do think that would be great. That would be great. Oh, C-3PO and R2, super, super easy. Professor Honeydew and Beaker. Done.
Oh, yes!
Done. I also love the Muppets. I think I would want Gonzo to be Obi-Wan.
Oh, I feel like that would be
Rizzo
good.
be Qui-Gon Jinn.
Let me Google Rizzo real fast.
Rizzo's the rat. If you see Muppet Christmas Carol, he's the one that's like eating the whole time. Rizzo's not used as much, and I'm personally
No, not the baseball
offended.
player, the Muppet. Google.
Yeah, like they made Rizzo to be like a
oh my god, he's amazing.
A comedy relief to Gonzo's straight man.
Oh yeah.
And so I think Gonzo being Obi-Wan and Rizzo being Qui-Gon would be funny. I'm sure there are better ways to cast them. Like if we're going all the way through, obviously Kermit's Luke, right? Like
Obviously.
Kermit's Luke. And Piggy's Leia. Like that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And so, Padme, I believe that Gonzo's chicken's girlfriend's name is Clarissa. I think Clarissa should be Padme.
Clarissa Muppets. Ah!
Yeah, it might be better to search chicken Muppets, because I think it might be Clarice.
No, Clarissa is just a human person.
Camilla! Her name's Camilla.
Okay.
Swedish chef is Jabba the Hutt. Meggie is 100% correct.
That's so true.
Absolutely.
Oh, she's a chicken!
Yes, yeah, and she's Gonzo's girlfriend.
She's got some nice eyelashes.
She's very cute. But no, they're either dating or married, depending on what you're looking at, but they're always, like, in some kind of relationship. He does date the chicken. Who is Han?
Oh.
Ooh. I want to say Fozzie, but I think Fozzie should be Chewie.
I think it's Animal.
Ooh. I could see it going either way, actually. I could see Animal being Chewie. I could see Fozzie being Chewie. Honestly, if you just kept Harrison Ford, actually, I think we can be allowed multiple human characters, because Muppet Treasure Island had multiple human characters. We can keep Harrison Ford. Because I feel like he would be genuinely annoyed.
I'm just imagining Anakin going, "Am I a Sith? Or am I a Jedi?"
Fozzie is Han Solo, you cannot make me budge. I do think that Fozzie would be a good Han. I genuinely do.
Oh, yeah?
But then if we're having Piggy be Leia, that'd be weird.
Yeah.
But then, like, I don't think Kermit can be Han, though. I don't think Kermit can be Han. I think he has to be Luke.
He does.
He has to be Luke. Oh gosh, who's Yoda?
Oh man.
Oh my gosh, I'm literally... It has to be somebody that Frank Oz voices, because Frank Oz is Miss Piggy, but he's also Yoda. It has to be a Frank Oz character.
Okay, hold on.
I think legally it has to be. Yoda played by a human being.
Oz. Okay, that is the worst possible idea.
Yoda is already a Muppet. You're not wrong.
That's true. Miss Piggy, Fozzie Bear, Animal, and Sam Eagle in The Muppet Show.
Ooh. Sam Eagle as Yoda would be hysterical.
It would be so funny.
Because he is a mentor character in a lot of things. He's like an authority figure.
Yeah.
In a lot of things. So like...
Oh,
oh, he's also, so like this isn't like Muppets, but like it's Muppet adjacent. Frank Oz also voices Grover in Sesame Street. So I think Grover would also be, if we can expand out to like other Muppet things, I think that Grover would also be a good one. Animal would also be a good Yoda. Honestly, now I'm thinking about like the scenes of like, you know, Yoda trying to get Anakin to lift the spaceship, but like the meaningful dialogue is all just animals. Ah! And Kermit like acts like he's very deeply affected. Sweetums! Oh my gosh, Maggie, I forgot about the existence of Sweetums. You are 110% correct, actually.
Muppet Sweetums.
Sweetums is a very underrepresented Muppet. They're played by a person in a suit. And the mouth like moves and stuff. Like that whole jaw moves. Sweetums is baby. Sweetums is baby. Sweetums is so cute. I love him so much. Let's see, one of the only positives of Disney being a monopoly now is that this crossover is actually plausible. That's true. Disney does own the rights to the Henson Company. Several Jim Henson vets made the original Yoda. Yeah, it wasn't the Henson Works that did Yoda specifically, but a lot of people who were mentored by Jim Henson made Yoda, so it works. The few words animal speaks are just riddles.
Do or do not. There is no try. Immediately followed by ah!
It would be so funny. It would be so funny if he gets out like that one line and he's totally coherent there, and then the rest of it's just nothing. Did Lucas work on Indiana Jones 2? I know that George Lucas and Steven Spielberg are friends. And they were friends before they were like famous directors. Oh, actually, George Lucas created Indiana Jones. He's credited as the creator of the series.
Oh.
So that's interesting.
Today I learned.
And it's owned and distributed by Lucasfilm. Okay, so...
Wow.
So George Lucas came up with the idea, didn't want to direct it, and just fronted the money, is what it kind of looks like. I was like, here you go, Steven Spielberg. He actually might have directed the first one, though. I need to look at it. And I also never remember the order that the Indiana Jones movies go in, ever. An Indiana Jones Muppets thing, please.
That would be good.
George Lucas loves Harrison Ford, and honestly, same.
Yeah, valid.
Valid. No, did George Lucas direct Raiders? Let's see. According to Google, George Lucas conceived Raiders of the Lost Ark shortly after finishing American Graffiti, which I forgot he directed. Old movie poster of a heroic character leaping from a horse to a truck reminded Lucas of early 20th century serial films, like Buck Rogers. Okay. Actually, I'd never really thought about that, but yes. And then he just kind of tossed it off to Spielberg, it looks like. Because he was trying to adapt Flash Gordon into a movie. He gave Indiana Jones to Spielberg. That's so funny.
Oh, man.
It has to be Harrison Ford.
I love hearing about things that just, like, did not work out.
Yes. Yeah, it's
like,
just, like weird movie stories. They're so fun.
Will Smith was supposed to play Neo in The Matrix, but he gave it up because he wanted to work on Wild Wild West.
Which... Amazing. Have you seen Will Smith's performance of the Wild Wild West theme song that he did at the MTV Movie Awards the year that Wild Wild West came out?
No.
It is the most buck wild thing.
I feel like I need to.
There are horses, like actual people on horses.
What?
In the theater. There were horses. Will Smith is like in full cowboy. Like he's in a full cowboy getup doing it, but like all of the like other people that do guest verses on the song are just wearing their normal clothes. So like there is like Will Smith is a cowboy and all of these Western themed backup dancers, and then just like these other musicians who are just there in their normal clothes, and they're horses.
Wow.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Rabbit.
Okay.
Oh, Sam Eagle would be a good Vader, honestly.
He would be a good Vader.
I would like to see a Vader helmet in like a similar shape to the Vader.
That's just a Plague Doctor mask.
Yes, a Sam the Eagle Vader helmet is just a Plague Doctor mask. Thank you for all the hydrates.
Total tangent.
Mm-hmm.
You say theater the same way I do.
I think I'm in like a more Western area as well, so I think that just might be like. I also was a theater kid, so I think that pronunciation might have been like burrowed into my brain.
I have no idea what it is, but nobody else says it the way I do, and then people make fun of me for it. They're like, it's a theater. It's not a theater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like, it's a theater.
Yeah, it also, it kind of depends. I say aunt and aunt interchangeably. Like, there's no real, you know. there's no.
That's how I am with pecan.
Oh, so there's actual rules for that where I'm from. It is pecan if it's just the nut, like just the thing that is a pecan. But if it's a pie, it's a pecan pie.
I say it's the opposite.
I don't know. I just don't like how pecan pie sounds if you say it out loud. We went to watch Ruby Volume 1 in theaters, and there were 5 different cosplayers. Aww.
Wow.
That's fun. I did a Pyrrha cosplay forever ago, back when I was more into Ruby. Because I loved Pyrrha, which was unfortunate. But it was fun. It's always good when you go in a theater, though, for like something and there are cosplayers. That's usually when I know I'll have a good time.
Yeah, that happened to me at Infinity War.
Oh, you had some cosplayers in an Infinity War? That's so fun!
I came out of the theater and they were there with kids taking pictures.
Oh, do you remember who they were dressed up as?
Weirdly enough, there was a Deadpool.
That's very funny, actually. Proud of them. Have you played any of the Star Wars games? So actually, I've not played any of I've not played Knights of the Old Republic or anything, but when we were first getting like human culture things and like video games and internet stuff into the forest, my grandma bought a Nintendo 64, and she's a big Star Wars fan, so she bought the Star Wars pod racing game, which was so fun. It was so fun. I have not played any other Star Wars games except for the pod racer for the Nintendo 64. It was so fun. It was
Your
so
grandma
good.
sounds rad as hell.
Oh yeah, but also keep in mind, she just didn't know anything about anything, so she bought me when I was definitely too young, GoldenEye 007. She just basically she basically went to the place where they sold the Nintendo 64 and was like, what are popular games? And she got Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and GoldenEye. And then like on the way out, she saw that there was a Star Wars game, and she's like, I'll buy a Star Wars game. I'll get the Star Wars game. But yeah, she saw me playing GoldenEye once and was like, that's blood, isn't it? I was like, yep. She didn't ever watch me play Majora's Mask though, and that was probably for the best. I was lucky. I got a couple of good games.
I'm new to the world of video games. I grew up playing like Flash games on games2girls.com.
Oh my gosh.
Like I don't have the childhood experience of playing Legend of Zelda or Pokemon. Like I've never played a Pokemon game besides Pokemon Go.
Mm-hmm. Papa's Pizzeria, says Jess. That sounds
Papa's
so familiar.
Pizzeria. Hell yeah. I love Papa's Freezeria the most. The one where you're making like basically blizzards from Dairy Queen.
So were you ever like part of like the big like young online MMO kind of thing, like, you know, like Club Penguin or Animal Jam or anything like that?
Yes, Club Penguin was my life. Is my mom still here? She'll tell you. I loved Club Penguin. I had a Puffle in every color. I was addicted to Club Penguin, and Pixie Hollow was the other one I really liked.
Oh, Pixie Hollow. What about Papa's Takamiya? It says
that one I never played.
Yeah, I never played a lot of Flash games and stuff, surprisingly. I played a lot of RuneScape. That was weird. RuneScape wasn't even good for the time, honestly, in retrospect. I like to torment my friends by sending them cursed Club Penguin information. She does. I've been sent the Pookie Wikipedia page for Club Penguin at least 24 times. Jess has also read the Pookie Wikipedia page on group calls multiple times. To the point where I know like the first couple of words, so when she starts saying it, I'm like, no.
I was on
asset
Etsy.
That's a bunch of puffles. That's so cute.
I do have a pile of puffles on my stream just in case. I didn't take it off after I brought it on screen for the first time because someone was like, "What are puffles?" And every so often I'll just turn it on.
That's great.
I was browsing Etsy while on stream the other day, like a few weeks ago, and I found a sticker where it's just a Club Penguin penguin, and the speech bubble says, "There are no ethical billionaires."
I love that.
It made me cry laughing, and I had to buy it.
Of course. I won many a point for you on the mining cart and danced in the disco oddly too many times. Chloe, that's
There's
so
my
cute.
mom.
Chloe, that's so cute. Thank you for the hydrate. It's factual.
Yeah. My mom was really good at the minecart surfing game.
Oh,
And she was way better at it than us, and it was one of the best ways to earn coins. So whenever we wanted a new Puffle, we would make her play the minecart surfing game.
That's so good. My Mom and Papa Hanaki, obviously they were like ruling a kingdom at the same time, so like understandable.
Yeah.
But they would just like look at what I was doing and be like, I don't get any of this. Literally none of this. They've never been into video games or anything. My poor Mama Hanaki, she had to go through it with me, like learning, you know, human pop culture stuff and video games and stuff. But now she has my half sister, who, like I said before, is like the human equivalent of like 7 or 8. So she's going through it again. Not knowing what video games are. I get wonderful texts sometimes. They're just like, what's Among Us? I've gotten What's Among Us. What Mario games are on the PlayStation 2? Which I had to be like, no, Mario games are on the PlayStation 2. And she asked why, and I was like, I cannot explain the console wars to you over text. Got really into Stardew.
Oh yeah, my mom really liked Stardew. We need to get her back into Stardew.
Yeah, I need to get back to Stardew too. That's one of the first games I started playing when I started streaming, but then I got distracted by other games. I want to go back and actually finish it.
Bold of you to assume Glow has gotten past the first, like, 10 days in Stardew Valley.
I think I was on, like, year 2 last time I did Stardew. I think once I finish up some other games I'm playing right now, I'll probably go back into Stardew, which I'm sure is what Pon wants. Pon really wanted me to play Stardew, and I feel bad that I've, like, accidentally abandoned it. I'll go back to it one day. I always just want to go fishing. Fishing is my mortal enemy.
Yeah, she wants to fish desperately, but she hates the fishing mechanic.
Oh, me too.
And she has never successfully caught a fish, but that's all she ever wants to do is go fishing. So it's like, are you sure that's what you want to do today? And she's like, yes, I'm going to catch a fish today.
It's genuinely so hard. It's because I distract you with In Sound Mind and then Inscription. You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Finn.
I started Inscription and it was so hard.
I was very, very lucky. I got a lot of really good pulls, and then my chat helped me out a little bit. Cause like I'm okay, like if I'm genuinely stuck or like if people know something that will make my life a lot easier, I'm like, okay, yeah, just tell me. Like I don't like it if people are like, you know, trying to tell me how to play the game, but if someone is like, oh yeah, if you do this one thing right now, it'll make like something that happens in the next couple of hours like infinitely easier. I'm like, great, let's do that. I couldn't play it because it stressed me out too much. Inscription did, Jess?
Well?
But In Sound Mind was good, and I wish there was more of it, but it's fine. I also am very close to playing a Batman game on stream here soon, since the Batman movie comes out tomorrow.
Oh, it comes out tomorrow? I wish I could go to the movie theaters.
Yeah. Oh, also have to say it now. It's Finn's birthday tomorrow, and they won't be here tomorrow because they're gonna go to a Ghost concert. So happy early birthday, Finn!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! For their birthday, Finn gets to go see my husband, my husband in the Van Ghost. Tell him I miss him. It came out yesterday. I thought it came out on the 3rd. I would want to make sure that I said happy birthday to Finn this stream, since they're not going to be here probably next stream because they got concert stuff to go to. I'm excited for them though. It's very fun when a concert falls on your birthday.
Oh yeah. I got to see Fall Out Boy once for my birthday when I was like 13. That was awesome.
Great. Oh my gosh. No, people are already seeing it. I thought it released. Okay. I feel like I'm going fucking insane. Because like I googled the release date and it says March 4th. So I wonder if people are doing like early screenings. Let's see.
That could be
it. Premiered in London back in February. That's probably part of it. Yeah.
Oh well?
That makes sense.
There's a few games that are kind of mindless that we like. Valhalla is a good one. That's a bartender simulator. And then there's Coffee Talk, which is a barista simulator, but also a visual novel. Yeah. Let me just take a picture of the chat real quick.
Yeah, I've played Valhalla, and it's genuinely a very good game. I played it for a little bit on stream, and I decided not to continue it as a stream game, just because, like, there is some sensitive content in there. They are pretty okay about giving you warnings and stuff, but just like since it's a visual novel, I had to, you know, read everything that was being said for stream. And I'm like, I can read this no problem, but like some of the stuff saying it, I don't particularly want to, so I feel like it's not the best stream game for me. Yeah. I haven't seen Coffee Talk. I want to do. I'm gonna put that on my list of things. I have a list of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've seen the art for Coffee Talk. I am a big visual novel connoisseur, which is weird. But no, I've seen the art for Coffee Talk. It's probably been recommended to me by Steam at one point or another. Like literally anything that has ever been given the visual novel tag has been recommended to me by Steam because they're like, we don't know what else to give you. Coffee Talk is absolutely 10 out of 10, brilliant, tugs at the heartstrings in good and bad ways, highly recommend.
Oh.
There's a lot of lore oh, that's cool. I liked Hustle Cat, which is also kind of a dating sim that takes place in like a restaurant area.
Ooh. What's it called?
Hustle Cat. H-U-T-S-L-E. No, H-U-S-T-L-E-C-A-T. Hustle Cat. I like it because one, you can be any gender.
Ooh.
And you can even be non-binary. You get asked about your pronouns at like the very beginning. But the story is your player character moves to a new place and gets a job at a cat cafe. But after they start working there, they find out that every person who works at the cat cafe is cursed. Once you become an employee, you are cursed to, if you leave the cafe, you turn into a cat.
I need this.
Oh, it's so good. And like the characters are amazing. Like there's one character who has like a bad relationship with her father and like goes to visit him as a cat so she can have like a connection to her dad. But like not have like the pre-existing anger that's there when she's a person. Like there's one girl that's a social media expert that uses her cat appearance to gain clout on social media.
That is so funny. I need to check
good.
this out.
Yeah, it's really good. I recommend Hustle Cat to everyone. I actually have not been able to 100% finish it, but I really want to because I think the last person you can do is this guy named Graves, who's the owner of the cafe, and he has strong, elderly goth man vibes.
Hell yeah.
I just want to date Graves. but you need to do everything else first. It's a really good game. Yeah,
the only game I have a 100% completion rate in is Honey Pop.
Oh my gosh, that's okay. I don't have 100% in Honey Pop, but I tried really hard to 100% Honey Pop for a really long time, just because I thought it would be funny.
Yeah, same.
I was like the pure comedy of 100%ing. Okay, since Jess is talking about what Graves looks like, I will bring him up. I will locate a good sprite of Goth Daddy.
All right.
That is what literally every person I show Graves to calls him. It's just Goth Daddy. And even a little cat version on this too, which is helpful. Oh, nope, that was the other one. Where is it? Let's see. Oh, this might be really big. Let me shrink it down a little bit. Okay, here we go. Ta-da! There he is. There's Goth Daddy. Heterochromia Goth Daddy.
Hello, Graves.
Yeah, the little things like on his collar are bird skulls. They have like a chain behind them. They're cool. There's no dating sims where it's all older men and I'm fucking livid. It's because you have a very specific type, Jess. It's not
the closest I can recommend is Dream Daddy, which I've been playing recently.
Yeah, Dream Daddy has it. Jess has already played this game, but like Max Gentleman Sexy Business kind of has older people in it. If you ever played Honeycam Studio, which is like the cookie clicker version of Honey Pop,
I haven't.
It's weirdly addicting, but like Max Gentleman Sexy Business is very similar. It's just basically a cookie clicker game where you get like resources, but you can date the people that are helping you like get resources and stuff.
Oh,
it's fun. It's a cute game. Let's see. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat. Oh my gosh, yeah, Graves does look a lot like Jonathan Crane. You are not wrong. You are really not wrong. I also have like a weird quest to get people to play like a certain series of visual novels that are all made by the same company and have like one very specific through line that haunts me. Like, have you heard of Mystic Messenger? It was like a phone.
Yes.
Yes. So the company that made that, they've made other visual novels before that, and there's a character that messes with memory in both of those games, in like a really meta way. Like there's a whole meta understory about like why the main character like forgets things when you start like a new playthrough, like why she doesn't remember, you know, everything that happened before.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then that carries on into a second game, and then there are hints of that character existing in Mystic Messenger, and they will not confirm it, and I'm going insane. I'm just... Yes, that's exactly what this is, Meggie. But no, like, and literally the character's name is just the Wizard, and so I sound like a crazy person being like 707 is related to the Wizard in some way. That's why he has all of this knowledge. I know it. It's why he knows that he's in a game. He knows. I know that he knows. He actually looks a lot like the Wizard, so I'm just like, But the first game is very good. It's about a girl that finds cats and bunnies abandoned in her apartment, and they turn into cute boys. Which sounds very weird and like very one note, but like all the characters are very, very deep, and all of them are very, very hurt people. All trying to like accomplish like one very specific goal, and all of them are sad. They're so good. That one is Dandelion, is what it's called. The full title is Dandelion Wishes Brought to You, which is not a good title. And then the second one is a similar one, where a girl has ball-jointed dolls. She has 5 ball-jointed dolls, and they come to life, and they all have their own weird complex about being dolls.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, my type is stupid, handsome, and sad. You're correct. So I didn't get very far in Seduce Me, Meggie, just because the art style bugged me. But it's only because the promotional material and the intro video for the game itself has an entirely different art style. So when I like got into the actual game, I was like, excuse me? This is not what was advertised. Sorry.
I've been playing Dream Daddy recently, and it's so good.
That's one that
I was expecting it to be fun, but I wasn't expecting it to be so good.
I've heard good things overall. I just have never gotten around to playing it. I'm pretty sure it's in my Steam wishlist, and it's been in my Steam wishlist forever. Have you played any other kind of like dating sim things besides, you know, like Honey Pop and Dream Daddy?
Doki Doki Literature Club,
yes.
Obviously. Right now I'm playing Katawa Shoujo.
Katawa Shoujo is amazing! Oh,
I am really enjoying it so far.
Yeah, I was introduced to Katawa Shoujo by a friend saying like, so 4chan made a game, and it's about disabled girls, and I was like, oh no. But then I played it and I was like, actually, this is great. This is really good.
I was like, either there's bad representation and I can talk about why, or it's good representation and I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
So either way, there's content there, baby!
Yeah, no, the girl that has the burns is my favorite.
It's right now between her and the blind girl.
Yes. Oh, she's so sweet. I do also the arc for the girl that doesn't have arms. That's the painter. Her story is really good. She isn't my favorite, but
yeah, she's not my favorite so far.
Oh, Rabbit! But on the plus side, Katawa Shoujo is 100% free. You can just download it now.
It's just a pain to download.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to find. Is like the hard part. It's really good.
You have to like turn off your firewall and shit. It was awful.
Yeah.
Ask Nox. Nox will send you the file.
Honestly,
that's what we did.
That's probably the best way to do it, really. Like, did you play?
Just pass around the file.
But did you play the the male Catboy Nekopara game that came out a couple of months ago?
I did not. I've never played a Nekopara game.
You don't really need to play Nekopara in general, but the game's called Catboy Paradise.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
It's really weird. It's really short, 'cause it's just like a proof of concept demo, but it is free.
Beep beep.
But it's 4 Catboys and you running a cafe, so it's just overall pretty wholesome.
Alright!
I'm just looking through like my Steam library about Oz Mafia. Oz Mafia, the longest I've ever spent on a visual novel. Trying to 100% it. I played that game for 40 hours.
Oh my goodness.
40 whole hours to 100% that thing. My mom is playing Oz Mafia. Who's her favorite? Catboy. Yeah, so that, if you look it up, Nekopara Catboy Paradise. Like I said, it's not 100% finished, it's just kind of proof of concept, but the characters are cute overall, except for one that on stream I threatened constantly. There's a dating sim that's that quite literally is called Date Almost Anything. Also, Nina, hi, nice to meet you. We mutually agreed we didn't like the one. That's true. My chat was bullying him too. What kind of things do you look for in like a visual novel? Like what's like your favorite things about it?
I'm new to the world of visual novels. I'm new to the world of video games in general.
Mm-hmm.
In the last like 5 years, I've started playing video games. But I've only been playing like visual novels. I've only played like 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
And but I like the romance aspect.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fun to be able to choose a path.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want my choices to matter.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I
I think that's a big appeal. Oh, Finn, good question. Would you ever play a Star Wars visual novel?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'm actually surprised. That has to exist, right? I'm Googling immediately.
Okay, let's take a look.
There has to be. There has to be. There has to be. There has to be. Nope, it just gives me, like, Star Wars, like extended universe novels. And, like, Itch.io fan games, and none of these are visual novels. What? There's an untapped market here.
There is such an untapped market.
Ooh, Jess has a good question. If you could pick a character to romance from Star Wars, which one would it be?
Obi-Wan.
I was also gonna say Obi-Wan. Yes. Like, in the back of my head, I'm like, maybe Darth Maul, but no, I'm not that crazy. Nope.
Yeah.
I know that that's a bad choice. I have bad taste in men, but not that bad.
Either Obi-Wan or Padme. Padme, hit me up.
Padme is also a valid choice.
I'll treat you better.
Rabbit says Finn or Darth Maul. Finn is also a good choice. Oh shit, Poe Dameron.
Oh,
I forgot about
choice.
Poe Dameron. Because Oscar Isaacs is a cute man. Order 99 is a demo, but it's a Bad Batch dating sim. Oh.
What?
Yo! Nina, thank you.
What you, huh?
Jess, I'm not surprised that it's Dooku and Palpatine. Poe and Finn in a committed thruple. Dreams. Goals. You've done it. Sad, stupid, and handsome Sumi. I know. I know. Have you seen that, Tumblr text post that's like, I am a morosexual, I am attracted to dumbasses and dumbasses exclusively?
Yes.
That's me. That is 110% me.
You're so valid.
I will say sometimes, like, I'll be watching something and I'll be like, haha, this character's so stupid, and everybody's like, I just feel people staring at me.
You will?
I want Nay Demand to date, I don't know how to say their name, Dinjar. Oh, yes, Mandalorian Man, yes. I always forget what his actual name is. I'm just used to seeing him and being like, Mando. What kind of animal is the Pink Panther? Exactly. Is it bad that if a character has Short King energy, I'll love him? Not at all.
No, Short King energy is fantastic.
We stand a Short King.
We do.
I mean, the character I call a husband, who's Copia, the lead singer from Ghost, he's short. We're the same height. Like, actually, when I went and I met him, he looked taller, but like 99% of people think he wears lifts in his shoes.
Oh.
Grievous might also be an interesting choice, really.
Yeah. Oh, have you ever... Going back to the visual novel topic, that definitely is not what we're here to talk about today, but
again, it's my
be.
stream, it's whatever, we can just go.
Yeah. Have you heard of Sucker for Love?
No.
It's a Cthulhu dating sim.
Yes. Yes. I love the really, really weird dating sims.
I hear frantic typing.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Is that a cute Cthulhu girl?
It is.
Oh my gosh. She's so cute.
I've literally just heard of it. I have not played it. I have not looked into it.
I love this. This is going on my wish list immediately. Oh my god, this is so great. Oh yeah. There's no rules. We're just sitting here talking, have a good time.
Yeah. My mom says I'm old school. I'd start with Luke Skywalker and for sure end up with Darth Vader.
Honestly, if this was back when there was only the original trilogy, I probably would have done the same thing. But no, my favorite really, really weird visual novel is... It's kind of a tie between the John Cena visual novel and the one where your girlfriend turns into an alpaca, which is called Paca Plus.
I've been missing out on some incredible things.
I'm gonna bring up CGs from both of these because you will not believe them unless you see them.
Okay.
Paca Plus is hard to play because I don't think that there is a really good English translation for it. Oh, this is Hatoful Boyfriend Erasure. You are correct.
Oh yes, I've been meaning to play Hatoful Boyfriend because you showed it to me.
Hatoful Boyfriend will destroy a person. If you get all the way through it, the ending of Hatoful Boyfriend is heart-shattering. Like, the actual ending to Hatoful Boyfriend is some of the saddest visual novel stuff I've ever seen. And it's the bird game.
I am so intrigued.
It's so good. Yeah, like Jess said, I broke down crying multiple times. I played it all the way through on stream quite a while ago, and because I was reading it all and doing like character voices and stuff, there's a bit like close to the end where two characters are kind of interacting, and one is talking about how they have to let the other one go and like live a good life, and I was fighting tears so hard. And I'm just like, this is the bird game. This is the bird game. But I'm finding some Paca Plus CGs because they are so much.
Hey,
and I love them
motherfuckers!
so much. Hello, Rabbit! Okay. 1 second, let me...
Oh, the KFC dating sim.
That's
yes,
true.
that is a good one.
I actually never finished I Love You, Colonel Sanders. I need to. But so, this is one of the skills from Paca Plus.
Very fun.
She is playing a violin. Right? Here's her pole vaulting.
Okay. I'm waiting for it to pop up. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And then the best one out of all of them, maid costume, Paca.
Oh my god. What?
It's horrible, especially for us who are IRL friends, assuming we hear her start getting teary. And at least 2 if not 3 of us also start going, oh, I'm sorry. I am also a big baby who will cry at a lot of things.
Oh, I'm a crier.
And okay, now let me find the John Cena dating sim.
I'm intrigued.
It is the best thing about the John Cena dating sim is that all of the sprites are the same picture of John Cena, just with different things painted over that exact same JPEG of John Cena. This is oh, let me make it bigger. This is the start screen.
John Cena's sexy high school adventure. Oh my goodness.
Yo, lesbian encrypted dating sim? That's all I ever ask for. Oh, oh yeah, in InSound Mind, I got really blindsided and started crying.
Aww.
I felt really bad. But no, so like oh gosh, hello, big John Cena, get out of here. But no, this is what they do for like all the characters. So like the teacher character just has glasses and a tie drawn on him in MS Paint.
Incredible. Graphic design is my passion.
Yes. There's a female character that's just John Cena with really big boobs drawn on him.
Amazing.
In like one of those weird triangle bikinis. so I just saw cursing Jerry Hyde. But no, this is the female John Cena. It's so much. It's so much. It's awful. Her name is Jane Cena, as you can see. Her name is Jane Cena. All of the names are different variations on John Cena. So like Mr. Cena's the teacher. Cena Senpai is like your upperclassman. There's Johnny, who's a nerd, and like it's a lot. This is the cursed part of the internet. Oh yeah, there's like a lot of really weird cursed visual novels. It's great. Okay, so actually, really quickly, would you be okay if we took just like a quick bathroom break for like 3 minutes?
Oh, yeah, totally fine.
Okay, cool. All right, so everybody hang on for like 3 minutes, and we'll be right back. We'll try to steer the conversation back to Star Wars and stuff, I promise. All right, see you guys in just a second. Discord sound. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Where is it? Where's the Discord noise? What? It's not. 1 second. Let me change the back real quick. Where in the world? Uh-oh, that's not. Huh? Okay, sorry. 1 second. I gotta go into studio mode. What broke while I was gone? I literally just had to go use the bathroom. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me turn down Spotify. Let me turn down on my end here too. I pressed the wrong button and it didn't do all the transition things it normally does, so that's why we're quiet. Okay, is that audio better? Oh, and yes, yeah, on the Be Right Back screen, yeah, Finn drew the little sleeping picture of me, and then the Eddie sleeping gif was done by Professor Poe on Twitter. She made it for me. I commissioned it from her. It was really nice.
Finn and Poe!
Finn and Poe! I would not have put that together. But no, and also I saw that Nina was talking about the Ghost Stories dub.
I've not seen it.
So Ghost Stories was like an anime that was just kind of okay. It was like super generic. But when it got licensed over to the US, basically they just knew that it wasn't gonna sell. So they were just like, do whatever you want when you dub it. And so, like, one character becomes, like, a very evangelical born-again Christian. They, like, bully the younger brother character so much. Like, it's, like, borderline offensive in a lot of places. Like, a lot of it didn't age very well. But, one of the voice actors that was on it was like, yeah, we used to, like, run, like, try to be the first person to get into the booth, during like certain recording sessions, because usually whoever was in the booth first would like set up the tone for that scene and everybody else just kind of riffed off of it. Yeah, it definitely, like, general trigger warning for, you know, the 2000s.
Oh, so, yes. So, understandable.
Like, yeah, 2000s comedy. I was watching a video earlier that was just like trigger warning 2006, and I was like, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, to bring conversation back to where we were supposed to be for this story.
Oh, yes, yes.
So we've talked about kind of who your favorite characters are, just like in certain things, but who overall would you say is your favorite Star Wars character, do you think?
Probably Obi-Wan. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with the basic bitch answer and say Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Is there any particular reason why, or?
He's the best written character, I think.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, we do get to see, like, he's one of the few characters, like, it's him and Anakin.
Oh, yeah?
They get, like, the full, like, entire life arc. I guess Luke, now with the trilogy. But I feel like that doesn't super count.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan is the only one with a fucking brain cell, that's true!
True.
And, like, he didn't 100% have it in the prequels, but you were just like, he's a child. That's a baby.
Yeah.
Even though he's, like, not, you know, very young. But, like, he's just a baby in the prequels.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the actor's name, but the original Obi-Wan from the original trilogy was also just really good.
Yeah.
Especially for people, like, Star Wars was definitely one of those when people were on set, they were like, I don't know about this. I really do not know if this is gonna go well. Gosh, his actor's name's Alex something. I'm forget, but like that actor, he's like a pretty prolific actor, and he took it very seriously, which is great. Alec Guinness. There we go. I guess you could say they had a bad feeling about this. God damn it. Also, Rabbit, same! Darth Maul! I love Darth Maul. I'd smooch Darth Maul, but I don't want to smudge his lipstick. Valid.
True.
I forget what name
Well?
Darth Maul's species is, but it's cool.
All I know is that his brother's name is Savage Oppress.
I didn't even know he had a brother, and Savage Oppress is at the same time an awesome but really, really weird name.
Yeah.
That has Gulp Shido vibes.
That day it has such Gulf Shido vibes.
Episode 1 came out at just the perfect time for Darth Maul to awaken a love for edginess in me. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what happened to a lot of people. You know, I think Obi-Wan has a really, really good character art.
Yeah.
Going back to what we were talking about like what are good and bad edits that George Lucas made to the franchise. They did fix up Obi-Wan and Vader's lightsaber fight in the original trilogy, and I think that was for the best. Just because I remember reading somewhere that like Alec Guinness. Oh no, you're okay. I do it all the time too. Like Alec Guinness, he was, you know, too old to do a lot of like really good combative stuff. So like if you look at that original fight scene, it's a little bit lackluster. But so them going back through and like doing a digital version of it, like, cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm totally okay with that. Because like the ending of the fight is still the same. Like they don't change anything about that. It's just when they go in and start like changing, like, not exactly outcomes, but just like small little things that's just like, okay. Feels like it doesn't need to be here, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maul's brother's name does have a 2004 DeviantArt OC vibe.
It does.
I was never that person, but yes. Oh gosh.
Will?
I was gonna ask something else. I've asked all the questions that I had on my like tiny list of questions that I had. Did you have any other things you wanted to bring up?
Oh man, where's my phone? Let me
notes.
check my notes.
Oh yeah, no worries. Stop adding CG creatures where they don't belong. That's my opinion on the special editions. Yeah, some of the composites are just straight up bad. Like you can just see where they like tossed new things in, and it's like, oh, okay.
Okay. How have we not talked about the score?
How have we not talked about John Williams? Man. Could you imagine making something that has so much cultural weight as the theme of Star Wars?
I think I would get so full of myself.
Oh, same. John... I actually don't really know a lot about John Williams as a person, but I feel like if I was John Williams, I would have gotten a really big ego because, like, all of the good old epic scores are all John Williams.
Yeah.
I think so too, Rabbit. I do think he gets just as much he should get just as much recognition because I don't think the movie works nearly half as well without that score, really.
It's a space opera.
It really is. And John Williams understood the assignment.
He did. And that's part of what I love about Clone Wars too. They use the music in such a good way, and they work in parts of the original score. Like, there's moments, and this is my favorite thing they do with the music in Clone Wars. There's moments where you see Anakin, and you see traces of Vader in him, and they very subtly work the Imperial March into the background music.
Yes! So, we love a leitmotif.
It's so good.
Yes. Honestly, I think that the thing that makes John Williams' score work as well as it does is leitmotifs. So, let me backtrack. Do you know what those are before I continue on this?
I know what a motif is. I don't know what a leitmotif is.
Yeah, so a leitmotif is like a motif, but for music. Okay. Like a really good example. Have you heard the musical Les Miserables?
I have not listened to it all the way.
That's okay. Now, a lot of people who know about leitmotifs just jokingly call Les Mis leitmotif the musical. But what John Williams does really well is he associates feelings with certain progressions of notes. And that's that's the best way to do a leitmotif is it can represent a character, but it can also represent a feeling, or like you said, like in times where there's a little bit of like Vader and Anakin, like you can bring in the Vader leitmotif just kind of like to underscore everything, to be like, ooh. But he is the best, like genuinely at like leitmotifs and getting an emotion via music. Like he's so good at it.
Yeah, the Star Wars score is a work of art. Truly, it's incredible.
It really is. And like Jess said, that they got Danny Elfman to take over when he passed away. But honestly, that's probably the next person I would have hired if I had to pick somebody to do music for Star Wars after John Williams. I would probably also go Danny Elfman. He's the only one that will be weird enough. Because like Hans Zimmer did Inception and most Christopher Nolan movies. Did it? I feel like I read that it did. Didn't it? Have I lost my mind? Did I just read something that Jess said and just go, yeah, that's a real thing that happened? I think my brain wires just got crossed. What? I just lived through a weird like Mandela effect moment. I guess. I thought, is John Williams still alive and I'm an idiot? John Williams is still alive and I am a fucking idiot. Legitimately, I was like, no, that sounds like a real thing that I've read somewhere. And so my brain just took it as fact and agreed. And I was like, yeah, no, honestly, I think that's also who Disney would hire. So if you told me that they hired Danny Elfman after like John Williams passed away, even though he's still alive, I'd be like, yes. He is 90 years old, John Williams. He was born in 1932.
Heroes live forever, but legends never die.
Yes.
What is that from? The Sandlot.
Yes.
God, I love The Sandlot.
I also love The Sandlot. Papa Hanaki used to have a friend who lived down the street from the swimming pool. The Wendy Peppercorn swimming pool.
The Wendy Peppercorn swimming pool.
Yes. Papa Hanaki also called me Smalls for decades. Yeah, I was called Smalls. And I'm still sometimes called Smalls.
Amazing.
I'm just looking to see if John Williams is still scoring at this point. I really hope he's not. Let him rest. Let the man rest. I do say you're killing me, Smalls. That's so valid. That's so valid.
Yes. I bet he's scoring. Man's got drip.
Let me see. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard to read John Williams' IMDb because he gets, original theme credits and like consultant credits on anything that uses Star Wars music. So it's like, did he compose this? Oh yeah, he is still actively composing. Yeah, he did all of he did Rogue One, he did all the new ones. He's doing the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series.
Wow.
But apparently wrapped it and is in post now, so good for them.
That's awesome.
I have some minor faith in the Obi-Wan show. Partially because Ahsoka looks so good.
Yeah, Ahsoka's incredible.
She they got the right actress. Like the makeup looks great. Hayden Christensen's coming back, Ewan McGregor's coming back, so, like, if all these people are agreeing to be on it, I'm like, okay, alright. I'm very, very hesitantly optimistic. Oh, it's Rosario Dawson! It's Rosario Dawson who's playing Ahsoka, which I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. we just keep putting, Rosario Dawson in different color face makeup, because she was Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh.
She was also the female lead in Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just keep making. No, that's Zoe Saldana I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
I get them so confused.
I was totally
so
willing to
bad.
believe you.
I always feel bad. I get Rosario Dawson and Zoe Saldana confused constantly. Oh, is she the current voice for Wonder Woman? Rosario Dawson? Oh, she was in Rent. That's what I know her from. She's Mimi.
Oh!
Yeah, she's Mimi.
Oh, she's Mimi in Rent! Okay!
Okay, yeah. Oh, and she was in the Zombieland sequel as, like, one of the best new characters that they put in that thing. I forgot.
Oh.
I feel bad. My apologies to Rosario Dawson to confuse her with Zoe Saldana. Duel of the Fates is my favorite Star Wars song. Honestly, it's so good. There's no way. Like, you can't not like Duel of the Fates. It's so epic. It's so fun. It is the best.
I think my favorite's probably the Imperial March.
It's so
just because it's so ominous and such a classic.
Yeah, this is again just weird music knowledge that I have. It uses the Deus Irae in it, Deus Irae, which is literally just a chord progression that's used in all kinds of ominous music.
Ooh!
And literally the Imperial March is just the Dies Irae notes mixed around just a little bit. Like, actually, Carol of the Bells. Da 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 da. That's the Dies Irae.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really weird old music stuff, but, like, pretty much any, like, very classical, creepy, ominous thing has the Dies Irae in there somewhere, either, like, in a different tone, or just they mix the notes around a little bit.
Huh.
Yeah.
Today I learned.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much today.
I am too, though. Let's see, I played the Imperial March whenever my mom walked in for a while, and she told me to stop eventually. Saw a video of someone that programmed a bunch of floppy drives to play Imperial March. I've seen that. That was really cool.
I have not. I will have to check that out.
Yes, there are a lot of really fun videos on YouTube of people, like, playing songs on, like, weird technology. Like, I've seen somebody do, like, electric toothbrushes.
Ooh.
I don't even remember what song, but I remember seeing that setup.
It just makes me think of Phineas and Ferb, where it's like, Marty the Rabbit Boy and his musical blender.
That's the exact same vibe that it has. Well, actually, I just noticed we've been streaming for 3 hours, believe it or not.
Oh my goodness. Do you need to wrap up?
Well, I was gonna ask if you want to, just because it sounded like you're a little bit tired, and I don't want to make you stay up or anything, even though it's not very.
Oh,
late
it's
for
only
you.
9. I would be up. I would be up anyway.
Yeah, but just
It's
like,
just I just yawn a lot.
that's understandable. I have chronic fatigue, so a lot of time if I feel like someone's like maybe getting tired, I'm like, do we need to stop? But like, I understand that you can just get tired at the drop of a hat, because that's what happens to me. I just randomly become so tired. It's great. It's fun. I love it for me. But no, yeah,
Let me know if that happens and you need to stop.
Oh, no, it doesn't really happen when I'm streaming, usually, because I
Oh,
can
that's
just, like,
great.
I can sit and talk for indeterminate periods of time. It's when I'm, like, doing, like, anything kind of physical. Sometimes if I'm just, like, walking for too long, I'm just like, I'm done. Or, like, doing chores, I'll get, like, halfway through, like, doing dishes and being like, I want to lay down on the floor. It's floor time. There hasn't been a point
Flow
in my adult
time.
life I haven't been at least a little bit tired. Exactly. I
am a
barrel
new
into-
adult, but I agree.
I barrel roll into your house and rip the spoons out of your hands. Jess, you're not a That'd be hilarious to see, Jess. Small rabbit girl breaks down my door and barrel rolls into my home. But was there anything else you want to talk about with the music, by the way?
Oh, I don't know a whole lot about music. I can appreciate a good score, and it had to be said. It had to be
Yes,
talked about to
absolutely.
some degree.
Absolutely. I'm genuinely very surprised we didn't bring it up either.
Yeah. It's some of the most iconic imagery of any films ever made.
Yes. Yes.
And we can't just gloss over that. It's universally recognizable. It popularized the space opera. It has such iconic character design and droid design. And it was just such a revolutionary film for its time.
Mm-hmm.
That even though I'm not the biggest fan of the original trilogy, like, I think they're fine. I think they're fine. They're good for their time. I don't personally go, oh, you know what I'm gonna watch today? A New Hope.
Yeah.
But they had such a cultural impact that you can't ignore.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's so incredible, and it's something that hasn't really been replicated except for, like, Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's really, really rare to see a franchise like transcend being just like a series of movies and become like a whole culture in and of itself.
Yeah.
It's so rare to see. And like, do you sometimes think about how like there were people existing who just didn't know Star Wars? Like there was a time before that existed.
That is crazy to think about.
That stuff I think about all the time. Like, oh yeah, there are people who didn't know about bread before bread was a thing.
Yeah.
Like, even though it's very obviously hundreds of thousands of years old in theory.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, there are some people. Have you seen actually? I highly recommend if you haven't watched them, videos of kids, little kids, finding out that Vader is Luke's father.
No, but I need to.
There are compilation videos on YouTube. It's amazing because like you don't encounter people who don't know that. Like at all. But there are so many videos of these little kids who just they have no prior knowledge and they see it and they just lose their shit. Like
that's amazing.
It's so good. It's good to see probably what people actually felt the first time that happened.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, what? Oh, wow, the bad guy's his father? But, like, it's so ubiquitous and, like, known by everyone at this point that, like, nobody but little kids don't know that at this point. But yeah, it's so good. Like, there was one that was, like, a little girl who kept being like, he's not really his dad, right? He's just lying, right? He can't be his dad, right? He's a bad guy.
Oh.
It was so cute. Yes, I highly recommend little kid compilations of them finding out that Vader is Luke's father. Yeah,
I know what I'm doing tonight.
Mm-hmm. It's so cute. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, oh man, I can never go back and like experience that for the first time. And I don't even think that I even had like a big whoa moment the first time I watched Star Wars because I was I knew the scene already. Like it was unavoidable. Like even if you didn't see Star Wars, you've seen at least a clip of it probably. And if it's any clip,
or you've heard it on the playground.
Exactly. And like even if you don't have the context really, you kind of get what's going on.
Yeah.
But seeing people who just have no idea, so great, amazing.
Incredible.
I think my oh my god what moment like that for me was Snape killing Dumbledore. I also went into straight disbelief when I read it in the books because I was a big fan of the books Once Upon a Time. Yeah, when I read that in book 6, I was like, So that wasn't a real thing that happened, right? He's coming back, right? And then they start the next book with his funeral, and I was like, oh shit. Oh no, he might not be coming back.
I think my moment was the end of Saw. I won't spoil it because that's a newer film.
Game over, gotcha.
Yeah, game over. Oh my god. That one moment where everything falls into place and changes at the end of Saw.
John Kramer
that is my Darth Vader is Luke's father moment. That is my villain origin story.
Again, that's one of those things where it's like, oh man, like obviously, like it's not surprising anymore because Saw also became its own cultural phenomena in a very different way. Than Star Wars or Harry Potter, but still, it was like unescapable. So like people knew. But yeah, the first time I ever like actually saw like that end scene when he gets up and everything, I was like, oh, wow! Like even though I know this twist, this is really well done. Like
I went into it totally blind. And I was watching it with a friend who had seen it before, and I just turned to her and I go, no fucking way.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good. And then, the rest of them happened.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. James Wan, he's the guy that directed the first Saw. He also did the Insidious movies, and I believe also the Conjuring universe. Like the first couple Conjuring movies was also him. He has a very, very unfortunate situation where all the time he makes really good movies, but also gets bored of his own concepts very quickly. So he won't stay with like certain properties, even if like the studio wants to make it into like a multi-movie thing. He'll stay for like 2 movies max and then be like, goodbye. So I know Saw was supposed to end after the third one. It was. Yeah, they did not want to continue it, but then they did. But nah, I think James Wan makes really good movies. He just gets like a really bad rap because like the movies he makes spiral into series that aren't very good. Like they get like beaten to the ground. Yeah. Like all of the Conjuring verse movies that like came out. Like he is producer on some things still, so like he has something going on, but like usually if he's directing it, it's okay. It's pretty okay. Oh my gosh, I'm googling and I forgot that he directed Dead Silence. Oh man. I haven't seen that one. Dead Silence is 100% a guilty pleasure horror movie. It's one of the ones where you're like, this isn't good. I actively know this isn't good. But it's one of the early 2000s, like pre-2010 horror movies that had like this very specific kind of feel to it that I have like so much weird nostalgia for. It has a very similar tone to like these movies are older, but like Ghost Ship and like 13 Ghosts, which was also done by Ghost Ship and 13 Ghosts were the same people, but like it's this very specific kind of vibe that's so hard to describe. But like when you watch the movies that all have this similar feeling, you're like, oh yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. Okay. One day I will figure it out. Like there's like Dead Silence is one. Oh, no worries, Rabbit. Have a good rest. Good night. Bye, Red. But like, I bet you if I just Google Dead Silence, it will give me other ones that are like it. Let's see. Oh, more just people searching for James Wan stuff. You know what? The first Insidious has a very similar tone to it. I haven't seen it. They actually, the first 2 Insidious movies aren't that bad. I thought I was gonna hate them. They're fine. Oh, bye, Mom! Oh, bye, Glow! Yeah, no, Dead Silence is about like a lady who made ventriloquist dolls who died and is like a spooky ghost now. And it has about that level of seriousness in it. Remember when we were kids and everyone was terrified of the American Grudge? American Grudge! American Grudge is like that feel. American Ring has that feeling to it that like Dead Silence has. It's a lot of remakes, actually. The Uninvited also kind of has the same kind of feeling to it. It's so hard to describe. It's like edgy, but doesn't fully commit, I think might be the best way to describe it. I don't know. I don't like American Ring, but I love the color scheme. Wasn't it, like, really green?
Oh, the movies with, like, the really strong color schemes.
Yeah. Oh, yes, yeah. Early 2000s horror movie had powerfully strong colors in them.
Oh, what's the 7?
Yes. That's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about.
That's the feel?
Yes.
That's the feel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where it's, like, very stylized, but, like...
Yeah.
In a way that isn't particularly distinct. Like you couldn't attribute that style to one particular person. You're just like, it's the mid-2000s.
Yeah.
Like, the style is the mid-2000s. And, like, it's taking itself seriously, but doesn't want to be, like, quote-unquote too scary, so, like,
yeah,
it feels weird in places. Yeah, like, the Ring, the American Ring movies had it. IMDb's recommending Paranormal Activity, but I don't think Paranormal Activity doesn't have it. Paranormal Activity is its own, like, thing.
I haven't seen a lot of these classic horror movies. It's, like, really random what horror movies I have and haven't seen. Like, I love horror movies, but it's really random.
No, it's the same for me. I love horror. It's like my favorite genre. But I couldn't watch horror movies for a really long time because of how bad my anxiety used to be. I used to have really bad anxiety. I also have I used to have a very active imagination, so I couldn't watch things that scared me. I was like that too. Now, I'm still scared of a lot of things, but I will still watch things that scare me because I think they're fun.
Yes.
Ooh, Grave Encounters, yes. Gosh, I have not even thought about Grave Encounters for a minute. But no, I also have, like, a weird gap in, like, things that I have and haven't seen. It just really depends. But I've only been watching horror movies for, like, gosh, like, right around 10 years. Not a really long time. So it's it's a lot to catch up on. The genre of phony psychics, ghost hunters go into an actual haunted place and getting their shit wrecked is one of my favorites. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's always so good. It's always so good. But yeah, no, Grave Encounters. Oh, man. I always get Grave Encounters and Wreck confused, though, and Wreck is amazing. Wreck is 10 out of 10. If you like a good zombie movie and you like a good found footage movie, Wreck. It's all about a reporter who gets stuck in an apartment building while a zombie plague breaks out in the apartment building, and it's her and her cameraman, like, trying to escape and stuff, and like and it's in Spanish, so like a lot of them is like waiting for like the Mexican military to like come and help, and all the bad things that happen with that. Oh, no worries, Ben. Have a good sleep. Bye-bye. Yes, I hope your quiz goes well tomorrow. Have a good night. But, yeah, it's really, really good. And the second one picks up immediately where the first one left off, and it's also pretty good. Wreck is fun. Wreck is so fun.
I'll have to check it out.
I'm a sucker for found footage stuff, though.
Found footage is really good. I've only seen a couple found footage movies, but I really like ARGs.
Oh, you opened a can of worms. Everyone in the chat just went, oh shit. No, because ARGs are my thing, man. ARGs are my thing.
Oh, they're so good.
No, what are some of the ones that you've seen that you like?
Found footage, I've really only seen, The Blair Witch Project.
Classic. It's so
classic. It's so realistic that it's boring to watch.
In some places, yeah, it is a little bit slow. I will give you that.
I gave you back the map!
I kicked it into the river! There's a really good theory, actually, that the two guys were purposely trying to lure
murdering
Heather.
her?
Yes! Yes, and I think it's true.
I love that theory.
I think it's true.
So do I.
Yeah, the theory for it is so solid. But like also
It's so good.
The way they filmed that movie is an actual nightmare, where they just kind of
Yeah.
told the actors where to go and then didn't tell them anything else. And we're just like, film. Bye.
Yeah.
But what ARGs do you like?
Oh, I consumed a lot of them secondhand through channels like Nightmind.
Yes. Sometimes you have to if the game's over. Like,
yeah, if the game is over and you can't follow it on Twitter anymore, it's hard to go back and follow everything chronologically, so channels that do it for you is really, really good. I really like Everyman Hybrid.
Yes. So, fun fact. I was almost a rabbit in Everyman Hybrid.
Seriously?
Yeah, I almost got into Habits games, and I got cut at, like, last second. And I was mad.
Oh.
It was really hard to get into, though.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I got into ARGs when Ben Drowned was happening.
Oh my god, that's a classic.
Yeah, so I participated in Ben Drowned. Not like a whole ton, but it was still fun to watch it unravel. But also, like, I was really, really active in, like, Marble Hornets and Everyman Hybrid and Tribe 12 when they were all happening.
Oh, the Slender trilogy.
Yes. Oh, bye, Jessia! Yeah, I never watched, like, ML Anderson or anything like that. I know that there's technically, like, a big 5, sort of Slenderverse series, but I watched the main 3.
Same.
And even then, I kind of fell off on Everyman Hybrid just because they, like, started spreading things out to so many different platforms that it just became impossible to follow anymore. So I'm glad that there's
I really recommend the Nightmind videos on it.
I've watched him. He does a really good job.
He does.
Like, summarizing things. So, sometimes, like, his voice bugs me because he has kind of, like, a smugness to his voice that I'm like,
Yeah.
But, like, but I do think he does a good job if you want to, like, learn things about ARGs and anything like that.
He's a nice guy, too. I messaged him before my subathon, and I was like, hey, I'm doing a subathon, and I want to have some permission to watch some YouTube content. Is it okay if I react to some of your videos on stream? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. Just let them know where to find more.
Yeah, and it's good of you to ask.
Yeah. Blame it on Jorge, too.
Yes, oh my gosh, Jorge does really good work, too.
Yeah, Jorge was like, no one's ever asked me that before. Thank you so much.
Aww. That's really nice.
Yeah.
What other, are you keeping up with any, like, current ARGs or anything?
I
like,
don't usually find out about them. I don't usually find out about them until after they're over. But the Sun Vanished.
Sun Vanished? Oh man, I feel so bad for them. That they had to bail. They had to bail on a lot of the story because people were being shitty.
Really?
Yeah, people kept trying to game jack.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was awful. And that's honestly, that's a problem a lot of times with Twitter ARGs.
Yeah.
Is people really want to game jack. And it's really easy on Twitter because you can just act like you're a character in the series, right? Like, it's a lot harder to make a video and put it out and say that you're like a new sub channel. You're like to the arc of whatever thing you're doing.
Yeah.
But like just making a Twitter profile, people can do that.
Easy. Yeah.
But yeah, Sun Vanished got game jacked, and they ended up cutting a lot of things really short, which is unfortunate.
They're back though.
Wait, are they? Last I heard, they canceled. Last I heard, they were done. What? Oh, I'm so excited. Good for them. I haven't looked at their Twitter in a long time. Did you see? I don't follow a lot of Twitter ARGs or unfiction specifically, but Deepwater Chapel is probably one of my favorites.
Wait. Deepwater Chapel. Is that the one with the eggs and the guy at his grandpa's house?
Yes.
Oh my god, I was just about to bring that up. Nobody knows that one, but I love that one.
It's so good. I really thought that on the anniversary of the egg situation.
I check every year.
Yeah, I want it to come back so bad. But honestly, if that's the end of the story, it works. and I won't be upset about it, but if they ever come back, I will scream.
Yeah, I check every January.
Yeah,
If not more often.
It's so good. Okay, I need to follow Sun Vanish. Oh wow, they put out a tweet a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, and a video at the beginning of last month. Hey! I'm so happy. I'm genuinely happy about, like, unfiction and ARGs and stuff getting more popular, because this is something I've loved since Ben drowned. But, like, there weren't a whole ton. I'm also just a big sucker for analog horror. So,
ooh, that's really good too.
Yeah, so, like, I am just deep in, like, Gemini Home Entertainment and the Walton Files and Mandela Catalog. Monument Mythos might have just finished, but I've talked at length about that to multiple people.
I haven't caught up on a lot of these ones, but I know a little bit. I was gonna watch the Mandela Catalog with some friends on Discord, and they got too scared, so we had to stop.
It's understandable. Mandela, I think, is one of the few ones. I'm actually genuinely hard to, like, jump scare anymore, because it's just like, I know.
Yeah.
But did you get to... This isn't a spoiler, and when I say it, you'll know what I mean if you've seen it. Have you seen Uh-Oh, Bad Decision, Mark?
Maybe.
it's a moment where that text flashes up on screen, and then there's a lot of auditory things happen, and then a jump scare happens. It is probably the best sound editing I've heard in anything in a really long time. Because you can hear an alternate walking around. Because it's a static camera shot. It's so good. Yeah, somebody set up a camera. And something happened to them, but then you hear their alternate walking around behind it, and then they, like, you can hear them getting closer, and then they, like, rush the camera. I threw my laptop. I threw it.
Oh my god.
I yeeted it. And then in the most recent episode, which is, like, the beginning of season 2, I threw my laptop twice.
Oh my goodness.
So if I break my laptop, Alex Kirscher owes me a new laptop. I'm just gonna, like, see if maybe the next one makes me throw my laptop 3 times.
Yeah.
No, I love Mandela. I think Mandela is amazing. The kid that makes it is 18.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's just a kid. Same with the person who makes the Walton Files. He's 18. Which is ridiculous.
I know the person who makes the Backrooms is like 16.
Yeah. The guy that made the Backrooms is 16. And it's so good. I'm, like, actively angry at how good they are.
It's insane.
I'm excited about it. Yeah. I really like the Backrooms. The Backrooms actually doesn't scare me that much, but I understand why it scares other people. Liminal spaces just don't scare me. I get weirdly comforted by, like, weird liminal spaces. I don't know why that is.
Some of them get me, but it's mostly like the play places at night ones.
Ooh, yes, those are fun.
Those ones get me a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So no, I do recommend Mandela, like, finishing up Mandela. It's probably the shortest one right now. It's like a big one. It's really short. Monument Mythos, though, is also really, really good. It's just really complicated, is the problem with Monument Mythos. But if you like an alternate history story, it is the best alternate history story I've ever seen.
Monument Mythos, I'm gonna write it down.
Yes. And once you watch it, you get to say sentences like, President James Dean is evil, and I know it.
Amazing. What's it called again?
Monument
Mythos?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you look it up, the channel is also by some guy named Alex. There are 2 prolific content creators in the space named Alex right now.
Huh.
But Monument Mythos might be done. They released a video a few days ago that seems like it's the ending, but then it tied it into another short series that Alex has done on the same channel that seemed to be entirely unrelated.
Oh.
Yeah, he like one line happens at the very, very end of the last episode they posted, and I was like, holy shit, what? What? It's all connected. Because he's doing like 3 series at once. This man cannot be stopped.
Wow.
Yeah, he's doing Monument Mythos, House in the Ocean, and Corner Folk are his 3 series he has going on right now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Daisy Brown?
Oh, Daisy Brown's amazing. Daisy Brown is so good.
Are you following the creator's new one? It's on hiatus. It might be canceled.
It's something Rose, right?
Yeah.
I started it, but I think I caught up with it and I haven't picked up with any new content.
I don't know if there is any new content.
But no, I
Echo
can imagine
Rose.
why it would be hard for her, because
Yeah.
like she did all in camera work. So like you have to have people.
Yeah.
You have to be able to encounter people, but like Walton Files is entirely animated, Monument Mythos is entirely animated, with few exceptions. So like these ones, like they're not using people, but if you started a series, you know, in 2019 that's about characters and people, and that requires filming certain actors, like, that's not good now.
Yeah. Her last video was 1 year ago.
Oof.
Her last Echo Rose video. But she did say in a video where she was talking about the making of Daisy Brown that Echo Rose is not canceled.
That's nice, at least. Oh yeah, I'm still subscribed to her. Yeah, I
Hell
actually think
yeah.
the last one that I watched was actually one of the ones from like 2 years ago. I think like the Full Moon Party one was the last one I watched. But no, Daisy Brown was amazing.
Daisy Brown.
So good. We love good puppet work. We love a puppet.
Yeah. We love a puppet.
And I loved the ending. I thought it wrapped everything up so well.
It was so good.
It's so rare for these series to get an ending at all, let alone a satisfying one. And I think Daisy Brown ended exactly how it needed to. And I think they did it.
Yeah.
It isn't like I Am Sophie, which like technically has an ending, but just because it was like on a season break and then got canceled.
I stopped following I Am Sophie after a little while.
I
Is it worth getting back into it?
It's short enough that I think now just like going and watching it all in one go is worth your time. But like I could definitely see like waiting for more content to come out for it. Like it isn't a show that I would actively like wait around for, right?
Yeah.
It's one of the things where if I saw it updated, I'd be like, oh cool, I'll watch that whenever. But I do think they did a lot of things really, really well. The hatred monster thing that they had, I really wish we saw more of that. The monster that had like a hand sewn onto its face.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I really wish. They came out earlier last year to be like, hey, so the last video that was up was supposed to be like a season break, but we're just not going to continue the series. So like some stuff doesn't get answered, but it's like a fine enough one that is okay. There's another one going on right now from the guy that did Pizza Time Pizza.
Oh, that guy!
Yeah. Alex Bale, that's his name.
Alex Bale.
Yes.
Another Alex.
Oh my god. It's inescapable. But no, he has his, like...
Oh, the SpongeBob theory one, right?
Yes. Yeah, and I think this might be one where I either need to find other people's notes on, like, what all accounts are involved, because there are multiple accounts in this, and that's usually where I get confused, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, who do I need to be watching? Please help me. But I think Alex Bale is a really, really good filmmaker in general, and the SpongeBob Theory series, which is so weird to say, but like the SpongeBob Theory series, I think is really, really interesting, and a really good commentary on just like making content that you want to make versus making popular content and content that gets like views and makes money, which is kind of overplayed a little bit at this point. But I think they do it in an interesting way. I like how Alex does things. Pizza Time Pizza was good. It was genuinely
Pizza Time
good.
Pizza was so good.
And he makes a lot of like shorts and stuff in general. Like his channel is just good to watch. He just makes really cool things that are all very different from each other. He does a lot. Trying to think, are there any other ones that you've watched? Have you watched Hi, I'm Mary Mary?
Yes, I have.
Love Mary Mary. In the ending, not as much, but at the very beginning, the editing and like the effects work for Mary is ridiculous.
It's really good.
It's so good. Like Tribe 12 used to be my favorite Slenderman series. Before the guy that made it turned out to be a total piece of shit. But like the reason why it was my favorite is because the visual effects were like so good. Like way better than what Marble Hornets and Everyman Hybrid were doing. Even though they still did good stuff, like Tribe 12's effects were like, you know.
Yeah.
They were very different and they were a lot bigger.
Tribe 12 did a great job.
Yeah. But like Hi, I'm Mary Mary gives me very similar vibes to like the Tribe 12 editing style. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, thank you. You're filling the Tribe 12 hole in my heart left by Adam Rosner because he sucks.
Yeah, Mary Mary was really good.
It was really good. I followed the girl that made it on Tumblr and she seems very nice.
Aww.
I'm trying to think if there's any other ones though. Oh. Old ones like Junko Jinsui, obviously. I have not participated in Junko Jinsui. That's
oh man, I
old
totally forgot about that one.
I just searched like unfiction in general, and that's one of the first ones that came up. Have you watched Atrocity Guide's videos, by the way?
I don't think so.
So she does some kind of ARG content, usually ARGs that had in-world games. So like they had like a whole lot of game content to it. She also just does a lot of very good like long-form content about really weird subsets of people. Like literally yesterday, she hasn't uploaded anything in months, and yesterday she uploaded a thing about this group of people called the Immortalists, who are a religion who think that they are immortal and will not die.
Wow.
Yeah. So, like she's done that. She's done this old treasure hunt called the Secret. Just literally, it's called The Secret. It's not the Dan Brown whatever the hell secret. It was like a scavenger hunt that was left in a book that got really weird.
Yeah, is it the... I feel like I've heard of that.
Yeah, it had like a lot of paintings that were riddles.
Yes, I've heard of it.
Yeah, she did a full breakdown of that.
And there's like 9 treasures or something?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think 5 of them have been found. Don't quote me on that. I think like 5.
Yeah, something like that.
But no, she did horse ebooks, which I forgot about horse ebooks until I saw that video, and I was like, oh yeah, oh that was weird.
Yeah, horse ebooks, man, that was a while ago.
It really was, and like I totally forgot that like they promoted a game. Like they had their big countdown thing of like in so many days something is going to happen. It ended up being like the launch of another unfiction, and they were also pronunciation book. It was so weird. They're like horse ebooks ended up being pronunciation book as well, and then they made like this weird anti-capitalism game. It was weird.
Huh.
It was a time, but like yeah, Atrocity Guide. She does really, really, really good research and, like, pretty much hits every single thing that you could possibly want about literally anything in the subject. she chooses
I will have to check her out.
Yeah. Yeah, if you forget her name, message me and I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Atrocity Guide isn't the easiest name to remember.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, hi, bud. Oh, it's close
to
Eddie? Dinner time, yep. Oh, wow, yeah, it's almost 11, huh? We have been going for like 4 hours, wow.
Oh, should we wrap up?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably.
There's nothing else I really wanted to touch on. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Check.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I want to make sure we hit all the points you want to hit too, especially since you like made notes and stuff. We'll make sure we get to all of them.
No, we pretty much hit everything.
Hey! Cool. All right, well then, we'll say that that's stream for today. Thank you so much for coming, Corvid.
Thank you so much for inviting me. This is incredible.
I'm glad you had a good time.
I had so much fun.
That's all I can really hope for, is that you had a good time. Do you have anything that you want to promote before I send people off on a raid?
Check out my stream, Calypso Corvid.
Yes.
Check out the Tourette Association. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I just put your stuff in the chat.
Oh, okay. Check out the Tourette Association of America, their website. They've got a bunch of great information.
Yes, yes. Always good to educate yourself on things like that.
Yes.
Super good. All right.
If you...
For me, what do I have going on? I'll be streaming tomorrow and Friday, 6 p.m. PST. Tomorrow we'll be doing Hypnospace Outlaw, so more weird 90s internet times.
Well?
And then on Friday, Senti's going to be coming on, and we'll be playing Phasmo. So hopefully I'll see some of you guys in chat there for that. As far as
Heck yeah.
raid, it looks like Jazz is playing Elden Ring. So let's send some people over to him so he has some people to comfort what he is probably suffering. I don't know much about Elden Ring other than it's suffering. Alright, Kay. Looks like that's everything, though. Eddie, do you want to say bye before I let everybody go? Good boy! Alright, everyone, have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you again soon. Oyasumi!